Why, hello, friends.
Hello.
Welcome back. I know I saw you last Monday, but it was different. It's good to be back here with everybody.
It's a Nomi.
Hey, Gnome. Hey, Glenn.
And a new name, Lisa. Lisa Boswell. What does that make me? Boswell. What do I want to say? Oh,
see, I just think Roswell.
No, you know what I want to say? You know what that makes? It's not even related to it. This is just my brain. Is it? I think it was Mean Girls, where it's Melanie Bostic. Oh, no. Easy A.
Oh, wow.
Easy A. I fucking love. I know that movie by heart. One of the girls, when she says her name, she's like Melanie Bostic, and she just says it like that. And that's what popped in my head when that happened. So thank you for that.
How's Tom tonight?
I'm currently. I don't know if you can see. I have a hose. I'm hooked up to a hose. It's an ice pack for my elbow so that it doesn't actively drive me insane and make my arm hurt. Ooh, yay, another person. Ooh. Hello, friend. Yes, we are all victims of Amazon's of an Amazon hatchet job here tonight, where it's almost like a support group for fan communities that have been wronged by either Amazon Studios or Sony or both.
Yep, we're with you guys. Roswell's your nickname. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of was
that's
Roswell.
Fair. That's fair. Hello, friends. Hello, what's up, Dan? So, yes, tonight we're going to be watching Stargate, and I thank Glenn for asking me. For those who don't know, in a very me fashion, I, for the very first time in my life, went and got a massage, like paid a professional massage place to get a massage. And the day after, I couldn't freaking move. And it's been just about 2 weeks now. Find out I have a pinched nerve in my neck now. And I have to get an MRI this week. So that's fun. That's where I'm at. So if you see me start like sitting like this, it's because my neck started. That's what usually happens. I start going like this. But it's not that I'm looking down at anybody, I promise. Though we are going to be I'm going to be looking down at somebody in a second because we're going to have a guest coming in and hanging out with us.
A new friend.
Yeah, a new friend. Introduced to us by a common friend, though, in Rapunzel, because she's fantastic and we love her. We saw, the Save Stargate campaign going, and we couldn't have asked for a more perfect time to be happen to be streaming Stargate. Like, it was perfect. So they sent us their best and brightest, I feel like. So let's welcome Lady Shelley.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay!
See, I'm looking down, but it's not really here. Like, actually, it's better off. I'll be down here, and you two could be up there.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's better. I'm where I belong now. Yay! So I don't know if you could see. So this is chat. Everybody, welcome Shelley for her very first live stream.
Yep.
So welcome. I'm happy we could do that for you.
Live stream virgin. Here I am.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. We're here now. Oh my God. And because my life is movie quotes and like movie scenes. I just had that the deflowering of a virgin that popped a scene from a movie in my head. And I bet you guys, if I gave you 10 years, you would not be able to guess what movie. But it's one of the best. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and it has one of the best. This is one of the best scenes in that movie. You see if either of you guys know it. Do either of you guys know the movie A Long Kiss Goodnight?
No.
Okay. That's a good guess. A great, also a great movie. So A Long Kiss Goodnight, I want to say it was 1997, 1998. Samuel L. Jackson, Gina Davis.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Was Harvey Keitel in that? No. I always forget his name. Rip Torn.
Wow.
A bunch of people were in it.
This is a different cast.
Yeah, and it was a really great.
Glenn says 96.
96. It was a great movie. It was basically Gina Davis is like is like La Femme Nikita. She's like a super spy, and on a job, she's undercover as like a school marm in like Michigan or something, and she gets hit in the head with a rock and believes that that's who she is. She forgets her whole life, and then someone sees her like from her old life, tries to kill her. She starts to remember. Samuel L. Jackson is playing like a shitty PI that was helping her like fix her amnesia to find her stuff. Anyway, long story short, she's got her full memory back now. She cuts her Gina Davis long brown hair off, and her hair looks like, here, hold on, I got an image of the DVD cover art.
Oh, okay, maybe I have seen this. Some of these pictures look familiar.
It's literally one of my favorite movies. Like, it's,
okay.
You know what? Actually, that's going on the list for next week. So we're going to be watching a movie next week, and that is now going on the list.
Yes, we are. Reverse. Good goal.
Oh my God, yes, Reverse. It's easily one of my favorite. So she comes out of the bathroom, right, in a bathrobe, smoking a cigarette. Like she hasn't had a drop of makeup on. Now she's got makeup like that on, hair short, blonde, and he had gotten injured, so he's got no shirt on, and he's got like a bandage right here, and it's like leaking. So she puts a cigarette in her mouth, and she's like, that won't do. And she flashes him, and then rips the bandage off. And he's like, what the fuck, bitch? And like Samuel L. Jackson, hilarious. And she's like, what? It's the same principle as deflowering virgins. And he's just like floored. Because she was like the stay-at-home freaking like, and now he beautiful acting. He's like floored, completely floored. And she's like, I read in a book once, a guy bit a girl's ear to distract her from the pain. And she's like, why? What do you do? And he just goes, I sock him in the jaw, and yo, pop goes the weasel.
Oh my God.
And that entire scene played out in my head when you said that. So welcome.
Welcome to Tom's brain, the window into Tom's brain.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce myself to our new Stargate people. That's how my brain works. So welcome.
The tangentiest tangent ever, Tom.
Yep. Thank you.
And now that's on our watch list for next week. This is how we ended up watching a movie about cars and racing.
It's true.
That happened.
Ford versus Ferrari.
That was a great movie. No, what did we watch? I don't even remember.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
We went off on a tangent on a stream, and then suddenly we were watching
Gone in 60 Seconds. Yep. So as I said, next week we will be watching a film. For our new friends that are in here, usually on Monday nights we are rewatching television shows. We just got done with the Clone Wars, Star Wars: The Clone Wars. We watched season 2 and season 3. And then usually what we do is we have the Dragonmount Patreon, which you can join for free. And it has a ton of fun, awesome rewards, even if you join for free, including video game servers that we host for our community. And you can vote on stuff like what TV show are we going to watch next. So what we usually do is we throw it to the Patreon, we let them narrow it down to 2, and then we do a live vote. But because of my nonsense and we're not prepared to start a new show, we're going to just do another movie next week. So we're going to do a live vote before the end of the show today and vote on what movie we're going to watch for next week. So far, we're definitely putting A Long Kiss Goodnight on that list. We'll see what other movies we add to it as the night goes on. Anywho, Shelley, now that we thoroughly went on 2 separate tangents as we invited you into the room, why don't you just introduce yourself real quick and like what why you're here, like give us an introduction to the Save Stargate campaign.
Okay, well, I'm Shelley. I'm one of the campaign organizers for the Save Stargate campaign. We started this June 2nd, I'd say within about 4 hours of Amazon saying, yeah, that show we were going to make for you, we're not making it anymore.
Sons of bitches.
It is. And basically what we're trying to do is convince Amazon that they've made a mistake, that they need to make the show that they plan to make. And the show needs to be something that's within the universe that already exists. We aren't looking for a hard reboot here. We want something that goes with the current continuity. Mm-hmm. So we've done a couple of cons. We've done some international gatherings where folks take pictures and send them in. We're in the process of trying to get that all formed into a nice big video that we can post out on socials of, hey, look, all these people all over the world want this show.
And not that we're going to claim any credit for it, but we did see that you did a little. Well, the group did a little performance outside of the Amazon studios via a small engine plane in the sky.
We flew a plane over their studios in Culver City a couple weeks after the cancellation was announced. That went pretty well. We flew another plane over San Diego Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago.
Ooh,
Nice.
yes.
That was really well received. We had a
Smart.
good experience at San Diego, considering that it was very last minute getting all of that put together.
And if you guys need, I believe some of the organizers of the, I can hook you up with some of the organizers from the Save Wheel of Time campaign, and we can hook you up with the actors that they paid over in Australia to go to the Amazon headquarters there, wearing like a placard for the Save Wheel of Time campaign. We could do the same thing for the Save Stargate one.
That would be great.
Yeah, they marched in front of the Amazon headquarters there, doing for the Save Walk campaign.
This is something we also want to do, is get other fan groups involved, because you guys have been screwed, we've been screwed, the Buffy have been screwed. It's time that we all start saying something a little bit louder to networks and streamers that, hey,
Absolutely.
We're the customer, we get a vote here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And at the same time, and this is something that I've talked about a bunch on here, but anytime any fantasy or science fiction television show is made, it's better for all science fiction and fantasy television.
Yes.
And when one gets canceled, it's bad for all science fiction and fantasy television. Like it's not good, because then that makes it that in the eyes of the studios, it makes them less marketable.
Well, and sci-fi's always been like that.
I was gonna say we've always been the like stepchildren of the industry.
You look at Firefly back in the early 2000s. That's a show that was so far ahead of its time.
And they didn't even value it enough to air it in the correct order when they initially aired it.
Thank you, Fox. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those fans have been kicking and screaming. I know, I'm a brown coat too, for years, and we're finally, hopefully, unless they mess that up too, going to get some kind of continuation of that show. And that's all down to fans. That's all down to fans saying, hey, we want this, and you need to be making it. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see fans like, getting up and making. I'm glad to see the people that are making noise aren't the normal people that are making noise. It's always nice to just see people that are not shitty making noise on the internet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not a group of people mad because they made a fictional character a different color in the Odyssey, or it's not someone pissed off because they're making a God of War game and there's a woman as the main character. It's people mad because they wanted content and they were excited for new stuff from a community. And it's good to see that it's not based around something shitty. It's nice to, like, I want to join in and cheer just because it's something good and it's not something bad, which is what we usually hear.
And that's something we wanted to do, is we wanted to make this positive. We don't want to be antagonistic. We don't want to be cursing and yelling and screaming at Amazon. We want to show them that we're fans and we want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah, be taken seriously. I fully understand and fully respect that.
Talk to us and both of us will win. You'll make a great show and we'll all watch it with you.
Exactly. So I put the link for our Discord into the chat. If you're not already a member of the Discord, just go ahead and click that link. It'll bring you to a chat room that will give you instructions on how to join the watch party, because we're going to start the movie here in a few minutes, because it is the extended cut, which I think it was like just under 20 minutes longer than the original.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen that.
There's a few, I don't think it's 20 minutes. There isn't that much added to it.
I don't remember. I looked at the run time and then for both. And another thing to learn about me, for any of the new people in chat and for you, Shelly, is I am severely dyslexic. So if it's something to do with numbers and it was recent, I'm probably going to get it wrong. And I have dyscalculia as well. So who knows really at this point. It adds, it says here, 7 hours. Get the fuck out. Oh, someone made a YouTube cut of something that's 7 hours. I'm like, that's not.
I was like, I love you, but I have to sleep at some point.
Yeah, no.
I want to say it's something around 5 to 7 minutes, or maybe.
Yeah, it's about 8 minutes of extra footage, so it's not that long. It's 2 hours. It's the original movie is 2 hours and 1 minute, and this is 2 hours and 11 minutes, so it's not bad. But we want to get started relatively soon, so that we don't have everyone up until midnight. Who knows where all our new friends are located anyway. We're on the East Coast, Crystal and I, or at least I'm in the East Coast. You're an hour behind. You're an hour behind.
Yeah.
And what time zone are you in, Shelley?
I'm in Mountain, so it's just gone a little past 7 here.
All right, so you might still have some sun over there.
A little bit.
No?
You can see maybe through the smoke.
Oh,
I just got back from your area a couple weeks ago. I miss it already.
Oh yeah, so just a shout out to everybody. I forgot anyone, if you got any friends or family up in Washington and you haven't heard from them, send them a message, make sure they're doing okay. And I don't think we have anyone off the top of my head that's like in the immediate community that's there. But if anyone is, to give them a poke and make sure everyone's doing it right, because a lot of crazy stuff going on over there. So all the good vibes going in that direction for the fires up in Washington.
Versus almost halfway through Crossroads of Twilight. I want to talk to you, friend. You have to come back and talk to us. It's been so long.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show soon. Maybe next week for a movie. We're going to do a movie, so you don't even have to do it. It doesn't even have to be anything big. We could talk to you about the book. I love to chat with you. So Reverse is another content creator. He does reaction videos, and he got into the series through the TV show and then finding the community online, and we kind of bullied him into reading the books.
It's a big commitment.
Yeah, it is a big commitment, but to be fair, they're done. So you don't ever have to worry about waiting for the next book to come out, like certain other series, which will remain nameless. Speaking of books and stuff, this could be around the time that we do our little segment of where's my stupid little video that I made? Oh, there it is. We're gonna talk about things that we read, watched, and played. All right, let's go right now. That's my little video. You like my song?
It's good. I like it. I'm
okay. There was a little bit of a hesitation there, but I'll pretend it didn't happen. All right, so this is the part where we talk about things that we've either read, watched, or played in the last week. Crystal and I, and our guest just shares something interesting that they've been either reading, watching, or playing recently for yourself, not for anything to do with work or anything. So what about you, Crystal? What have you been consuming lately?
So I am not quite done with my Star Wars rewatch. I did finish Ahsoka, which was great. Yay! But I kind of got pulled into doing an MCU rewatch. So I watched, oh gosh, where am I now? I've watched the old X-Men movie from 2000, watched Spider-Man 1, I've watched X2, and I'm slowly working my way through that. And it's been exciting. This is the content that I'm really familiar with.
Okay.
But here in a little bit, I'm going to get to the stuff that I've not seen and watched. So.
Speaking of, I forgot to ask Shelley. So we know you're a Stargate super fan, and since we just finished Star Wars, what is your feelings? And we're just to foremention this, we're not the part of the Star Wars community that's horrible. I've said this 1,000 times on this stream. I've interacted. I've been doing conventions for like almost 20 years, and this stuff for like eight years or so. The Star Wars community is the worst community I've ever interacted with in my life. And I say that as a member of the Star Wars community. But that being said, just Star Wars in general, like what's your experiences? What's your feelings on Star Wars?
Like the classic movies.
Okay.
Did not like the prequel movies. I'm just the wrong generation for it.
Fair.
Mandalorian was great. Andor was great.
Andor. Oh.
Andor was completely different and outside of everything else you'd see in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Very different. I haven't seen much of the cartoon stuff.
So good.
I watched Ahsoka, which I think pulls a lot from the cartoons.
It does, yeah.
So,
yeah.
It was enjoyable, but I'm sure I missed a lot just because I hadn't seen that.
They did a good job. Like because there's stuff in it that you would only know if you saw the cartoons, but nothing I felt like that was like debilitating to where like it made the show not enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was lost.
There you go. See, that's what I was gonna. That's good. But I would say if you do enjoy good writing and like the Star Wars universe is interesting to you, the cartoons, all of them, starting with
Clone
Clone
Wars
Wars.
changes how you see Anakin, I think, is one of the biggest changes for me in the story. I was impressed. I don't like animation. It was not, I was drug into watching animation and I loved it. I loved all of it. Now I've seen everything almost.
It makes his fall to the dark side actually hurt when it happens.
Okay. That's good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You care about the fact that he's.
Yeah. And that's when we get introduced to Ahsoka, and she's easily my favorite character in all of Star Wars. And she has one of the most important and poignant moments in like all of the last 20 years of Star Wars, specifically to do with what was wrong with the Jedi leading up to the events of the Empire. I'll leave it at that, so it's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Even though it's been out for a long time and whatever, I don't care. It's still a spoiler because you don't know what it is.
Well, yeah, we did the same thing with all the different Stargate shows.
See,
You haven't seen it. You don't want to know that it happens.
See, exactly. And that's how you know it's a good community. That's how you know the Wheel of Time community is the same way. These books have been out for 20 years. We still don't, we make sure we don't spoil.
Oh, we're so careful.
That's how you know. That's how you know they're good people. They care about the spoilers, even for stuff that's old. I love to see it.
That's right. The only bullying we do is to drag people into watching awesome new movies and shows.
Speaking of awesome new, I watched Aang, The Legend of Aang.
Okay, we still need to watch that.
Yeah, that don't worry, that's also going to be on the list for next week.
Okay, cool.
It was phenomenal. It was so good. So like for everyone else's, the new people in chat's sake. Yes, so Dragonmount was founded 30 years ago next year for the Wheel of Time. I didn't start it, but I've been a member of it for like 28 years now. And I've been involved in the Wheel of Time community for a very long time. I have a character based on me in the final book. I have very strong ties to the Wheel of Time community. If someone came to me for whatever reason right now and was like, you have to choose one piece of media to keep, everything to do with the Wheel of Time or everything to do with Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't know which one I would pick. That's how much I really also like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I love the show so much. I enjoyed Legend of Korra a lot, and this new movie was fantastic. The live action was good. I don't know if anyone like how much have you of Avatar have you consumed, Shelley?
I've seen the first 2 seasons of the live action. I haven't seen any of the animated stuff. My husband has, but I haven't.
That's an interesting journey if you do then go into the animated stuff, only because it's unique now. Like that's something that can only be done recently, to be honest. And the animated show is going on like 25 years old at this point, so it is pretty old, which is fucking insane to think about. But it's easily some of the best writing that I've ever come into contact with. The animated series, that is. The live action show is great. It just, for me, it's not the fact that there are changes and stuff like that. That doesn't bother me, especially as someone coming from who enjoyed the Wheel of Time television show Amazon did. It's more that the stuff that they've taken out of the live action show removes a lot of the spirit of who some of the characters were in the show. And it feels like a lot, like for someone like you who hasn't seen the animated series, I feel like you are losing out on some of the stuff that they've cut from the animated show.
My husband said the same thing. He says there's all these little side stories that you're not seeing because it didn't make it in. Yeah.
And they fundamentally changed some of the characters, which is a little frustrating, to be honest with you. But if you enjoy awesome like fighting, the combat scenes, the bending is beautiful, the acting is great, the costuming is awesome. Like Appa and Momo are wonderful because I love Appa and Momo. Like obviously, I have like 12 Momos around. I was like, I don't have one in reaching distance, which is surprising. No, I do. Right here.
Momo.
I always have an Appa and or a Momo near me, and I have another Appa right here. But the Legend of Aang, the movie that Paramount recently released, was phenomenal. It one of my favorite things, and one of the things that's an annoying thing to me when they do additions like this to stuff, is when they don't further the story. You know what I mean? Like they're just making something for the sake of making something, and it doesn't push anything
They
along.
don't add to anything.
Yeah, the characters don't evolve at all. They don't age, or they don't like, you know, change as they get older or anything. It just seems like another cookie cutter thing that was just a repeat and doesn't push anything along, whether it's character arcs or overarching storylines or anything. This pushes everyone's story and the story of the Avatar, what went on in Korra prior to Korra with like the spirit world stuff that was happening during that show, if you watched it, and what may be happening with the new Avatar cartoon that's coming out soon, which I am also very excited about, called Seven Heavens. This one is going to be heavily influenced, it looks like, by South Asian and Indian and Hindu culture, and Buddhist culture, which I'm pretty excited about.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, the Avatar, the original one, had an amalgamation of a lot of things in it. Don't get me wrong; it's not just one thing, but everything had like a heavy influence. No matter what, if they took like something that was like, there is a lot of Buddhist and Hindu stuff in there, but everything has like a Chinese kind of theme over it. All of the nations have like a little bit of different types of dynasties of China. All the characters are relatively Chinese or have Chinese names, and like so on and so forth. This one seems like it's going to be probably similar, but instead everything will have like a little bit of an Indian or Hindu theme over top of it, which looks cool. I know that the writers pay real close attention to stuff when they adapt things and, you know, take multiple mythologies and put them together, and I'm excited to see what they do with that. One of my favorite things is we're getting new animals. And in the Avatar universe, all the animals are combinations of animals from our universe. So I'm excited to see new animals. They said we're definitely getting new animals in this one. So
you could need more plush space.
Yeah,
I do need more plushies. Okay, so what else do we got? And then there's one big piece of Wheel of Time news I have to share before we get started on the show, and that is back to the Save Wheel of Time campaign. One of the organizers of the Save Wheel of Time campaign, Rob from Malkier Talks, is going to be doing a fan-funded documentary on the Wheel of Time television show, the making of, the running of, and then the eventual cancellation of the Wheel of Time television show. So I'm posting a link to the Malkier Talks website here, and then a link to the fundraiser for the Turning of the Wheel, the story behind the fantastic epic, The Wheel of Time, a fan-made docuseries, which is what Rob titled it, and put that there. So if anyone wants to check that out, go and check that out. And if you want to leave $1, or if and it's a tough time, I know not everyone's got cash. If you want, just share it with somebody you think might find interest in this and enjoy helping it. Okay, so I think we're ready to start the movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yes. We can do. Rapunzel was reminding us of Mafo, but we can do that at the end.
Oh, Mafo. Sorry, Rapunzel.
You want to do it now or at the end?
No, we'll do it at the end. Well, or we'll do it somewhere. I'll pepper it in somewhere. Okay. So that's another Patreon thing, but we'll talk about that later when I grab the graphic and put it in. it's totally because I just want to save it for later, and not because I don't have the graphic ready. Anyway, okay. So I'm gonna post the link to the channel in where we are watching where the watch party, where the instructions to join the watch party are. So I'll post that in the chat again to give everyone a minute, and then in the next minute or so we'll press play. So if you're in the watch party, you don't have to do anything. You can adjust the microphone sounds and mute me so you don't hear me in two places or whatever. And you should be able to adjust the volume individually yourselves as well. And the subtitles will be on.
Woohoo.
With that, I'm going to press play in 3, 2, 1, and play. Yay! It's playing. And I did cut a little bit of the credits in the beginning, just like because this is a 90s movie, and like all 90s movies, half of the credits have to play in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the visual of that headdress coming in as you see it is really makes it good.
It is gorgeous. this movie, I want to say, is probably the film that sparked my interest as a kid in like Egyptian stuff.
And that was probably one of the things that they did so right. Everybody likes Egyptology.
Mm-hmm.
You took the best mythology right out the gate, and then did something cool with it.
I think I've talked about this on stream before. Oh, thanks, Leo. Thanks, giving everyone a show. That's for only cats later. Sorry, Leo he's being a little voyeur. Let's give him some privacy. One of my only regrets in life is that when I was like 16, my grandmother was like, I want to go to Egypt. You want to go to Egypt with me? I'll pay for everything. And I was like 16. I was a 16-year-old boy. I was like, I don't want to go to what?
I'm gonna go anywhere with my grandma.
Are you kidding me? Let's just say I wish I went to Egypt with my grandma when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
It was only a couple of years later. Like, it was only not long after that 9/11 happened, and then like no one was flying anywhere, especially Egypt. And then, you know, she passed away, and now it's $1 million to do anything. So I definitely wish I went to Egypt when I was younger.
It's on my bucket list someday.
Yeah, I want to say Egypt, and like learning about Egypt and movies like this sparking my interest in it. And then like realizing that this, because, and I don't know how everyone else is. I you know, obviously everyone's experience is different, but growing up in New York, I started in Catholic school, ended up in public school. The way they teach other religions and mythologies to us, it's like they're teaching them to us as like something that's never really existed. Like mythology. They don't teach it. Yeah, like it's a mythology. It wasn't a religion that millions of people followed and shit.
Yep.
So like when I found out that this was like a religion that millions of people followed for thousands of years, and there are still people that follow this religion, like I like went to the encyclopedia after I went through the Dewey Decimal at my library. And like started reading like, you know, ancient Egyptian stuff and looking up archaeology. And like, I remember telling kids, getting in trouble in my summer camp for telling kids that English nobility ate mummies. Mm-hmm. But I got in trouble for telling other kids that.
They'd have unwrapping parties.
Yeah.
They would bring mummies back from Egypt.
And then unwrap them as a party.
They would unwrap them and have unwrapping parties. Yeah.
Yeah. We would grave rob and then desecrate the corpses of the dead.
Yeah.
Well, we wouldn't want to tell the truth with our history, guys.
I know.
That's too real.
I mean, I like to believe that the supernatural is real, but the fact that happened and like there weren't just, you know, horrible ghosts killing nobility and is just really a strong point for there's no such thing as ghosts, or they can't affect our world. The other strong point is there's any white people alive in the South at all. We'll just leave that at that. Like, that's the only reason I think ghosts might not be real. But I have experienced things. I just don't think maybe they can affect us physically. Maybe is the closest I'll go with that. This scene gives me strong Raiders of the Lost Ark vibes.
Oh yeah.
Even the hat.
Like, I was going to say the hat is a big.
Yeah, the whole thing he's wearing looks like the thing that the bad guy is wearing in that movie.
I have this necklace.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Hollywood Collectibles, I think, did a version of that necklace. I meant to wear it, completely forgot.
Oh. So what is your favorite like Stargate memorabilia / merch that you have?
You know, merch for Stargate is tough because apparently they didn't make a lot of it. I have the necklace. I have the trading cards from the movie.
Oh.
A lot of the merch that I actually have for Stargate is stuff that was made by other fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sadly, we are also aware of that plight. Sadly, as well. In the 7 or 8 years that Amazon and Sony had the Wheel of Time rights, they made a grand total of next to nothing in the way of merch.
They made like one shirt one pair of pants.
And
Like
then the rings. That was all they made.
I
was
have
the
one.
rings.
Yeah.
There were a couple of T-shirts made. I have some pins, the DVDs, obviously, but yeah, a lot of. I think they made action figures that are
there's a ton of
quality
toys.
of action figures you would expect.
Yeah.
But yeah,
From the 90s.
Yeah.
So all stiff limbs and straight legs and
If
that's pretty much it.
They might kind of sort of almost look like the person they're supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in this film too that I didn't realize that were in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like going back and watching it because I hadn't watched it in I don't even know how long.
You're about to see James Spader with hair, so you know.
So I don't know how deep everyone's knowledge goes of like actors and stuff, but just in case anyone's wondering, James Spader also played Ultron in Avengers: Age of Ultron, and he's also in The Blacklist
and Boston Legal.
Oh yeah,
the best shows he ever did was Boston Legal.
Yeah, that was a good show. You know what though? I haven't seen that in a long time either. And now that I'm remembering that show, I feel like probably a little problematic for nowadays. I don't
know. I think they did a pretty good job of balancing out Denny Crane and Alan Shore, that they showed both sides fairly well balanced. Yeah.
What's his name?
William Shatner doing comedy. You don't think of Shatner as a comedian until you start seeing him in stuff like Boston Legal.
Yeah. You know what it is too? It's not so much that he's doing comedy and that he is just funny.
Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy.
He is. And he is funny to put in situations, and like his reaction to things is funny. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. See me in reverse. We're on the same.
This was also a chance for James Spader could actually see what he was doing. That man is blind as a bat, and in Boston Legal and Blacklist and all these things, they don't let him wear his glasses.
And but is he against contacts?
He might have contacts.
I think some people though, like their vision is so severe that contacts.
That's really. Oh, and back then they definitely didn't have contacts that, like they did. I don't even think they had soft contacts in the early 90s. And then if they did,
when we were a little older.
Yeah, and then they didn't have contacts that fit people with astigmatisms until like the last 10 years.
They still really don't.
Yeah,
no,
but like
they're
now
not comfortable.
They do, or they, but they didn't have shit back then.
Mm-mm.
The other little bit of trivia that I know about James Spader is he has a didactic memory, photographic memory.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I did not know that about him.
That was one of the reasons why they gave him all those long speeches in Boston Legal, is because he could memorize them.
That's fair. I mean, that makes sense. Like, that's definitely not an easy thing to do.
No.
This was one of Jaimin Hansu's first movies too. He has a small part. He plays. I
think this was his first movie.
He's
one of the Horus guards.
Yeah, he plays one of the Horus guards. He was in a handful of other stuff, but nothing big. He was in a Janet Jackson music video prior to this.
Okay.
And he was on an In Vogue thing. I think he did an episode. Yeah, and he did. I looked it up. He did an episode of Beverly Hills too, in 1990. But this was the first movie that major movie that he did. I fucking love him. He's one of my favorite actors. When they announced, and I know they recently kind of confirmed that they might have canceled the new Blade, but
oh, shocker!
I know.
There's a lot of that around.
When they were thinking about a new Blade, he was at the top of my list. I mean, I love Mahershala, and I think that was gonna be great, but Jaimin was at the top of my list when they were talking about new Blade. This movie is so 90s too, with James Spader's character. They literally call him a dweeb at one point. Like,
spoilers.
No, sorry. But it's like, I mean, they even make him like, I have allergies. Well, like, come on. We're not all like that.
I mean, just the color palette. The green and the red that was everywhere.
Green in their rooms now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this also, like, this bit, like, about his son, like, this was heavy.
Yeah.
And him thinking about committing suicide, like this is a heavy fucking thing to throw at the beginning of a movie, a science fiction movie that has nothing to do with any of this.
But you get a nice bit of character growth through the movie as a result.
Yeah.
The O'Neill you see here and the O'Neill you see at the end.
Absolutely.
And then the O'Neill that moves into the television show afterward.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, yeah. This is just it's heavy. It's a heavy. This is a heavy thing to throw right at the beginning of a movie.
And Kurt Russell's just such a good actor.
Oh yeah, Kurt Russell's amazing. Recently I watched and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Monarch.
Oh,
okay.
The Monarch is, for those who don't know, like the secret government organization that's in the Godzilla world. And the King Kong world. They're the company, they're the MIB of kaiju. But they're good guys for the most part. And Kurt Russell and his son are both in it. His son plays the younger version of him when they do flashbacks, and then
that's great.
He is, like 70 years old, so he plays himself now. And it was a pretty good show. I really enjoyed it. If you're into the kaiju stuff, if you like Godzilla and stuff like that, but also really good science fiction show, like just a good science, like the characters are interesting, the acting is good. I enjoyed it. It's worth the watch if you're even vaguely interested in it.
Hey, Richard Kind.
I freaking love Richard Kind. I've totally forgot about him as a person. I haven't seen him in freaking forever. I was so excited when he walked on screen. He's only in the beginning, but
he's only in the beginning. He shows up in the television. He shows up in Atlantis, playing a completely different character. But yeah, he's one of the few from the movie that made it transition into the film, into the shows.
That's funny. But he's just another face that's in this. That's yet another person that's in this movie. There's so many people in this movie. I forgot. She's super famous too. Yeah. I forgot what she was famous for though. I had it pulled up before, and now I can't find my notes. Oh, she was in Creepshow. That's why I remembered her face. One of her top 4 movies. So we have Stargate, like in IMDb, known for Stargate, Creepshow, The Way We Were, 1973, and The Adventures of Don Juan.
Oh wow! What's the year on that?
1948.
1948.
She played Queen Margaret. So he just comes in and is like, "You guys are terrible at this.
Why can't you get this to?"
Yeah.
Just reading Harry books, like, yeah, everybody can do this.
Yeah. And this reminds me of Mom Donnie coming into office and being like, "Why didn't you just press the do the good things button? It's right here. Just press the do the good thing. I just pressed it."
Not Door to Heaven. Stargate. And a legend was born.
There
Also,
it goes.
so relatable that he just like walked in and immediately touched it. That is why I have to be so careful at museums, because I walk in and I'm like, I want to touch the thing.
Touch the thing.
I want
Me
to
too.
feel the thing.
Oh, see, come to my museum. You can touch things.
Ooh.
Wait, your museum?
Yeah, tell me.
It's the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome. You work there?
I work there.
What do you do?
I teach people about human evolution.
Oh, I love that.
That is fantastic. I love to hear it. And just to make sure, when did that human evolution start?
6 to 7 million years ago.
Yeah.
That 6-7 meme can die anytime now. It's made my job about 10 times more difficult.
Oh, God. Or it's a way to bond with the children.
No, they're too busy giggling and doing
That's
this
fair.
at me, which I have no idea what this means. But that's
I'm a teacher. I lived through the 6-7. Well, that's amazing. Next time, I was just in Estes Park a few weeks ago. But yeah, I would love to take my son. That would be so fun.
Though I just, it's funny that I had to check to make sure what the Which branch of actual scientific human evolution are we talking about? The one based in feelings or the one based in science?
I'll take science for $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me too. Me too. Oh, God. Now I just have the Sean Connery Jeopardy SNL bit going on in my head. I'll take anal bum covers for 600, Trebek.
This is a nice little bit of continuity that gets carried over to the shows. He makes a comment that he's never going to get paid. There's an episode of SG-1 a little later on that calls back to that whole scene. It's just a nice little bit of through-line continuity from the movie to the shows.
See, and you know why? It's because nerds wrote this.
Yep.
We love this shit. Like, that's the shit that we love. Little callbacks. Doesn't have to be super important. Doesn't have to be just little callbacks. I remember that. That was
and it's another one that if you didn't see the movie, but you hear the line, it makes perfect sense, and you're not feeling left out.
Yeah.
That's what we want in a new show.
Exactly. So, okay. This is totally for the audience and not for me at all. How much of like the released Stargate content, like, is it all canonical, or is there anything that like retcons? Is there anything like? So
you have the movie, you have SG-1, Atlantis, and Stargate Universe. Those are all within their same universe and the same canon. There were a bunch of tie-in novels written that follow both SG-1 and Atlantis. I think there were a couple that did Universe. There was a comic book series. As far as I know, the books and the comic books are not considered canon.
Okay, they're their own thing.
They're their own thing.
But the television stuff, be it movie or TV show.
Right, that's all a continuous canon. Yep.
Okay.
So the SG-1 ties into the movie. Atlantis crosses over with SG-1.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's bits of universe that actually have characters from at least Atlantis in it as well. So that is a nice contiguous line of 15 years of stuff.
There's a lot, and that's a lot of stuff to pull from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Amazon apparently sees that as some sort of roadblock. The rest of us are like, look at all of this rich history you can do something with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, they had $15 and they that was
3,000 years of history and they
Mm-hmm.
But the one of the things that comes with that too, though, like having that, like I could see, you know, as a studio, especially with some fandoms, like how crazy they get and stuff like that. And even though, like, I like to say the majority of the shit that you hear people talk about, no matter what it is on the internet, is usually the loud minority of whatever that fandom is.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, we saw that with The Acolyte. We saw it with Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. You know, there was a loud contingent of people on the internet that complained about it. But then when you actually looked at like the streaming and stuff, it did just fine. So there's a disconnect between what we hear and then what ends up happening. But when it comes to like the timeline of Stargate and like, oh, well, we don't want to try to tell a story. There's everything outside of that timeline still impacts the timeline. So you could do stuff way in the future, way in the past, like, or in a section of time that is not done yet. Like that's in between.
Do a different timeline. Do a different galaxy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis takes place in an entirely different galaxy.
Exactly.
Universe, you've got a ship that's billions of light years away from anything. So you can tell a story in any kind of setting you want.
Exactly.
There's no problem doing that. It's just doing it.
Yeah,
you can do it.
Yeah. One of the things that pisses me off about companies nowadays, well, I mean, like all the time, but nowadays it's so much more like back in the day, companies would, you know, say their line of bullshit and, you know, because it's their PR line of bullshit. And we'd be like, okay, Now I feel like as a consumer, I feel like I could speak for everyone is when they give us the bullshit answer that we know isn't honest, it's just annoying at this point. Just tell us the fucking truth. Like, why is that? Like, you can say we ran into issues and we had a delay or blah, blah. Like, why does it have to be toe the line and so you don't look bad? Just fucking tell us the truth.
Oh, yeah.
The story we were given when the new series was canceled was that the current fandom was the only one that were the only ones who would like it, and that the modern audience, whatever that means, wouldn't enjoy it. It wasn't to show that a modern audience would appeal to a modern audience. And that we did some research, because this is also a group of geeks that we like our numbers.
Yeah.
And we sat down and crunched the numbers, and that just didn't work. Apparently, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, or what, I'm Gen X, so y'all can call yourselves whatever you want, love comfort shows. They want nostalgia. They want the found family. They want a show that they can escape into that leaves all of the current ugly out in the world out of it. And that's exactly what Stargate is.
That's what fantasy and sci-fi is for people.
Exactly.
Right now. I mean, yeah, I wish Amazon would have just said, "Oh, we spent too much on Rings of Power. We couldn't afford to sustain."
Yeah,
both
we had to
shows,
cut.
and
We
all
had
our
to
money
cut
into
something. Yeah.
that would have been more honest.
Listen,
or,
we made it. Sorry,
I'm the
go
new
ahead.
guy. I'm the new guy, and I don't want to make this because the old guy approved it. So
That's why Wheel of Time got cut. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
well, that's probably why we got cut too. No one
Yeah.
wants to say it, but that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else will pick it up. Maybe you get another network.
We have hopes, because this was done by MGM. MGM is now
Amazon.
an offshoot of Amazon. It's not in Amazon. It's still a little bit separate from Amazon. So we're hoping, after some conversations that were had recently at Comic-Con and such, that maybe we can get somebody else to pick up the show.
All right. Well,
We can hope.
whatever. So like everyone that's listening right now, make sure that I'm going to share the link to the Save Stargate website again. Make sure you've gone and clicked the damn thing. I want to see that ticker kick up. And it doesn't cost you anything to sign the petition, and send it to at least one person, and ask them to send it to at least one person. Send it, post it in the Wheel of Time communities. This is another community that's gotten wronged by Amazon, and we're going to stick it to them. We're going to get it made, and they're going to see all the money that they're going to miss out on from it being made at another studio. Oh yeah, that was going to be the other thing. Do you know where the rights and stuff lie? Like, how does that work? Where does that sit?
So my understanding is that MGM held the rights for everything. Amazon bought all that when they bought MGM.
MGM.
One big reason why they said they wanted MGM was for all the legacy IP. Hello, then maybe do something with the legacy IP.
Yeah, but that's okay. So that's kind of scary then, because
my understanding is that Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, who did the movie, had some kind of an agreement with Amazon for a show. Those rights are supposed to expire sometime in 28 or 29. So that point, they might go back and make the other two movies that they wanted to make that followed up to the movie, and they just never got made.
Fair enough. It would be, and if they're going for legacy content, for the very reason that you said before, going back to what you said about Gen Z, like the younger generations wanting nostalgia, they might not want to give the rights up just so that they can maintain the rights for the show to stream. But they're not against, and they do that. They've been on both ends of this, either leasing out rights of something that they own for other people to develop, or picking up a lease for rights that other people own to develop things. So it's not, even if they maintain the rights, but they lease out the rights to make something new, it's not, I think there's still a very good chance, to tell you the truth.
Amazon has said they want to make a show.
Yeah.
They've said, we want to do something with Stargate. What we're doing is making sure they make the right kind of Stargate. We want a new series. We want a new cast. We want a new set of adventures. We just want them all in the same universe that we've already got.
Yeah. Don't reboot or whatever you want to call it.
And I say this as someone who loved the new reboot of Hawaii Five-0 a few years ago. I thought that was a great show. But we don't need to do that with this.
That's fair. The I don't mind, like, I don't like when they retcon things. I don't mind when they I don't know how to define reboot, but I don't mind when they do something new, as long as it's not axing the things that happened before.
Yeah.
Like the I think the biggest, and I enjoyed the all women version of Ghostbusters they did with Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon and shit. What's
Yes, hippie. They did retcon this scene. You're right.
Yeah, that's true. What's her name? Oh, all I can think of is Suki from Gilmore Girls, but that's not her real name.
Oh, gosh darn it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yay, what's up, Arosa? I'm glad to see that you're back. I'm doing okay. I am a little injured, but I'm okay right now. What's her name?
Melissa McCarthy. I was thinking Melissa McBride, which is a different actress.
Thank you.
Good job.
Like the all-female version of Ghostbusters they did, I liked the movie, but the thing that made me angry about it, and the thing that I didn't like about it, was that they cut it. Basically, they started the universe over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Yeah. Like, for what reason? Like, there's no reason to do that. Other than that, I didn't think the movie was that bad. Other than it was just kind of like a shitty studio movie. Like, they didn't put a lot of thought into the script or anything. But other than that, I loved all of the actors that are in that. I loved them on SNL and all the stuff that they've done. So I don't know. That's the exact wrong way to do it. Like, if they would have just did it that it was in the future and the Ghostbusters quit or whatever, who gives a shit? Like, they are the new Ghostbusters.
The one they did with the kids a couple years ago, Afterlife. Yeah,
that was fine. I enjoyed that.
You incorporated what came before. You introduced a whole new set of Ghostbusters, and there you go.
Yeah.
But you didn't destroy one of the greatest comedy movies ever made, period. Fight me. By saying that original movie in 1984 never happened.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies. I will watch that anytime it comes on.
Yeah,
Bill Murray was wonderful in that.
Just perfect movies.
Oh, Princess Bride. We did that. We watched that oh man, that was actually a while ago now when we watched that. So yeah, we watch movies and TV shows a lot. I forgot. We're starting to get to the point now where I'm actually not sure if we watched it or not. Like, we've done enough things now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the added scenes. This wasn't in the theatrical release.
Okay.
It's kind of setting up the whole, hey, this is maybe bad things happening after all.
Yeah. A lot of smoking in this movie.
Yeah, well,
the 90s.
Yeah.
And this had, I think, a PG rating on it.
Oh,
smoking in movies would get you an R rating today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. It doesn't, and it would say rated R smoking underneath. Yeah, it's PG-13.
This was also the time when you had to have some kind of candy in your movie. After E.T., everybody had to have candy in their movie for some kind of movie tie-in.
Yeah.
So this was Fifth Avenue bars, I think it was. Bars? No, Fifth Avenue bars.
Brock asked me, Tom, are you saying you had a problem with Superman Returns? Eliminating 3 and 4. Those were some of the best Superman movies right there. I mean, I think I was young enough at that point that I didn't really notice that happened. And those movies, the writing in those and the overarching story was so loose that it didn't really I don't think anyone even knew that those movies were a continuation from one to the other. They didn't even, they hardly referenced themselves other than the fact that Lex Luger got arrested in one and broke out of jail in another one. I think that was the most canon thing that carried over from movie to movie.
See, we made somebody a lifelong fan of Reese's Pieces for watching E.T. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Suddenly everybody had to have a candy in their movie and try and get some kind of tie-in.
Exactly. Of course, they still got him over there freaking sneezing and fucking sniffling.
He has the allergies.
I'm surprised they didn't give him a pocket protector.
Tape on his glasses right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was fun. Am I still here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're still here.
Because my power just blinked off and on.
I thought I saw something blink from the corner of my eye.
Yeah. We have wind and lightning, and if I go away, well, I don't mean to.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we'll be here if you do go away, but be safe. Don't get, blown away or anything.
So I'm not sure what's going on. Let me try and turn a few things off here and maybe.
Yeah, take your time. Here, I'll toss you backstage, and you go figure that out. And then when I notice that you're like back and like at the screen, I'll bring you back in. But go and take care of the stuff. I don't want anything blowing out on you.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's
So
Shelly.
Tom, did you see this movie before you saw SG1?
Yes.
Like, did you see the movie and then saw the show? Okay.
Yes. I had an uncle and a cousin that were really into science fiction and fantasy. Like my parents were not.
Yeah.
My sister wasn't. I was younger, and I didn't have a lot of friends. Like when I was younger, into like 5th, 6th grade, that like did this type of stuff. So the only people that introduced me to anything that was like science fiction fantasy was either my uncle or my cousin, and he was big into Stargate, Indiana Jones, Star Trek, Star Wars. He showed me all of that stuff.
Because I definitely saw, I think, the show, because the show started in 97. I feel like I started watching the show in like 2000 something, 2000, 2001. And I definitely found the movie afterwards, but I probably haven't seen the movie since 2002 or 3.
No, I don't even know when the last time I watched it was. It was definitely a long time ago. Like it would had to be more than 5 or 6 years ago that I had seen this movie. But I remember
I'm watching it on a small screen, but it looks good.
Yeah. No, see, that's the thing about a lot, especially like what you'll find out is like people in chat too, shout out if there's any movies that you know that are like this. One of the big ones that comes to mind, other than this movie, is Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park relied heavily on early CG and practical effects. And since it was still being filmed on actual film, they're able to upscale the film to modern formats, like resolutions.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where in the late 90s and through most of the early 2000s, when digital was discovered and they were like, oh my God, we don't need to have all this film and carry around, we can just do everything digitally. And they started doing things only digitally. When your original files, you can't do that to video files then. So there's a lot of movies that were filmed like in the early 90s up until like 99, 2000, 2001 that still look phenomenal even today. And then there's some movies that you could never, ever.
Yeah, what year was the Mummy, the original Mummy?
Independence Day is another good one. That's another great one. Still looks great today. The Mummy is another good one. That was in the 90s. That was 98, 99.
Good though. I think this looks better than that did.
And that's because like it was 99. So like that's when the CG, that's when like fully computer generated characters in live action was like starting to become a thing. And I mean, they also, I don't know if everyone knows the story about how rushed the second Mummy was, but it was very rushed. And The Rock in the second Mummy, does everyone remember what he looked like in that? Hold on, I'll get a picture. But my favorite thing about it is this was his debut on television. Was in this film. Here it is. There's some really good YouTube channels where they like fix his nonsense. Okay, Shelly's back. Yay! Hello, friend. I was shitting on the second Mummy movie on how bad the CG is with The Rock.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh
Not
God,
great. That's like PlayStation
awful.
2 graphics.
And that was his first. What's his name in Ghostbusters 2?
Vigo, was it Vigo?
No. I lost his name. Bad guy.
Yeah, Vigo.
Vigo, yeah.
Vigo the Carpathian. Why do I remember that? Can't remember to take my medicine in the morning.
I was like, quick, Tom, why did you walk into the kitchen? That's how I see it.
This is a nice ooh.
Oh, yeah. I like how everyone has welding goggles on.
Well, there are 2 suns, so.
That's fair.
No, 3 moons, not 2 suns.
I remember I watched SG1 when it was airing, so I don't really remember it that well. I went and reread the synopsis for it. It doesn't give you everything, obviously. The one thing that I couldn't remember was, and maybe you can answer this, maybe Chad will answer it, was the Egyptian culture that we get in Stargate, the way it is depicted in Stargate, was it that the alien culture influenced the early Egyptians, or the alien culture adopted the early Egyptian culture?
So in the TV show, what's going on is you have aliens called Goa'uld kidnapping humans from Earth at different points in time and transplanting them to other planets.
Okay.
And they're holding on to this culture that they've had for the last 10,000 years or whatever as a result. So
it's the aliens copying the humans.
Right. So the Egyptians you see in the movie, for example, that's been their culture for the last 8,000 years because it hasn't been influenced by anything else.
So they were taken from like the humans that we have here were taken from Egypt, and they're the descendants of those people.
Right. And then they explain that in the movie. And then in the show, you have other aliens like Ra have harvested other people from other cultures, like the Vikings or First Nations people on the West Coast or whatever.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was just wondering if like which side influenced which side, basically. So I mean, it makes sense for the aliens to come in, observe what they worship, and then just kind of mimic it.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
There is some things in the movie or in the television show in later seasons of certain Goa'uld who stayed on Earth and influenced the culture here. But most of them kidnap people and take them to other planets.
Fair enough. How's the audio? The audio is good for everybody? Okay, good. I was just making sure it was still working. Fucking love Kurt. Kurt Russell, I feel like hasn't aged like I feel like mentally he's still the same. Like watching him in Monarch, he's exactly the only times in Monarch where I was like, damn, he got old, was when they would do the shots that we're getting of him now in his tight t-shirt where we could see his pecs and his abs. They would do a shot like that, except it'd be like, he's got dad bod. He's got a little gut. He got a little gut there. He's standing next to like a SEAL team where everyone's like super fit and he's got this like little gut. And then they're like hiking for an hour and he's still just fine. I'm like, that's the most unbelievable part of it. Not the kaiju. That was unbelievable. I
think Kurt Russell is at the point in his career where he's just having fun. And you watched Guardians too, and he took that role just to have a kick.
Oh, absolutely. It was pretty good too. And I think the idea of him and his son doing the thing was cool. Whatchamacall? I also forgot that even back then the US government was still the villain. I'm glad that like this show has a lot of very strong liberal like ideals in it. What's up, brother Zach? What's going on, man?
They do, but the nice thing is that at least especially with the TV show, they showed the military in a positive light. The number of people who went and joined the Air Force or went and got degrees in physics and archaeology and everything else. Watching Stargate shows, it's just phenomenal.
They show what I like is they differentiate between the higher ups and the people that are making the decisions, like bring the nuke with you to kill everybody, and the soldiers. Yes. And they show the soldiers in this making like, you know, going against protocol and like doing the right thing and things like that. So it's, you know, they break it down individually, which was very not what the like mission statement of the US military was at the time. At the time, it was Army of One. Like we're one unit. And so giving them individuality in the movie in and of itself was great.
Air Force is much better than Army.
Yeah.
As an Air Force brat, so
fair. That's fair. I'm just lumping all the U.S. military together because that's all we get to see in the movie is them. Yeah, the brass, and they usually end up being the villains. Maybe not villain, but you know, you don't like a lot of their decisions.
I don't know. One of the biggest villains in the show is a senator.
Yeah, that's also pretty accurate.
You know, everybody can hate the politicians, so.
Yeah, that's always acceptable.
And I think all of the desert scenes were filmed in New Mexico or Arizona. One of the two. I forget which.
I had that. Nah, it's gone. I closed one of my, I have so many tabs open right now, and I closed one of them, and I don't know what was in it. I closed one of the windows that had like 3 or 4 tabs open, and I don't know what I lost. Whatever it is, it's gone now. That thing looks like 100% out of the Jim Henson workshop.
Doesn't it, though? Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
I don't remember if Creature Shop was involved in this or not. But yeah, it looks like were they Skeezix from Dark Crystal? That is what that looks like, yeah. Yeah, why wasn't that the first thing that, like, soon as I saw that harness, I wouldn't have walked up to it. I would have immediately went running back and be like, there's people here. There's people here. Also, when I was watching this earlier today, like the second or third time I got to this scene, I was like, this scene could be, depending on the music that plays, this scene could be terrifying. Like they could have made this scene like scary, but instead it's a 90s movie, so they made it kind of silly and fun and adventurous. For a laugh, yeah.
Yeah. And of course it's happening to the nerd, so
of course.
That much funnier. They're not concerned at all. Like how he's like got a half smile on his face because this is funny. Meanwhile, they're on an alien planet with like
same Rapunzel. My first instinct is the animal.
If I ever got to talk to James Spader, I'd be like, what was it like to have that thing's what was that goo that they used for the saliva, and did it get in your mouth? What did it taste like? He would be like, I don't remember. You crazy people. Willow.
Oh, Willow.
I'm trying to remember.
The movie was fun. I never watched the TV show. It was a TV show. I heard bad things about the TV show.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of every episode, I was just like, yeah, that was a show.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened. Like, it wasn't bad, but I wasn't like, oh my God, I want to watch this. I always, for that guy is, I feel like in the guy that was just with the gun and the sunglasses that's laying down. I feel like he's in so many movies in the 90s. I never remember his fucking name. Where is he? Oh, I didn't realize Leon Rippey is in this too. He's one of the.
He was in the beginning. He was the general or head honcho type at the beginning. Not general, that's the other guy.
Yeah, and I saw someone mention French Stewart before. Mm-hmm. I forgot that he was a person. Yeah.
Forgot that he existed.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything since like what, Third Rock from the Sun? Like, when was the last time he did anything?
I haven't watched that show in a very long time.
Yeah. I don't remember if the Inspector Gadget movies came out before or after, but I know he was in.
I feel like they were towards the end of that. Maybe it might have overlapped. I feel like they were after though.
And here's a kid that everyone probably thought was going to have like a pretty big career after this, and wasn't in too much after this.
He's in the show.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the show, but I mean, like, not much other than that.
I looked up his IMDb lately to know what he's doing.
He's been in recently an episode of Blue Bloods, FBI, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and a movie that I'm not going to say the name of for obvious reasons if you go and read the name of the movie.
So he's a character actor. Nothing wrong with being a character actor.
No.
Most of Hollywood are character actors.
Absolutely. And some of them make huge careers at it, like Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis has one character, Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kind of like Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson is always playing Jack Nicholson.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. He is fun to watch, though.
He is, but he's always playing Jack.
As good as it gets. Oh. And Anger Management are easily two of my favorite Jack Nicholson movies.
Oh, wow. Is that on our list somewhere? I haven't seen that in a long time either.
Anger Management. Yeah, it's definitely on the list. It's one of that's easy. I know that movie by heart almost.
Oh,
Yep.
Nicolas Cage, 100% always played.
Yeah. See, but the problem is Nicolas Cage has multiple personalities, and some of them are insane. So you don't know what you're gonna get. Like sometimes you get a character. Sometimes you get a character. Sometimes you just get in like. Nicolas Cage was working out some shit at therapy, and it extended into this movie. One of the so if anyone that's watched our streaming at all knows that I like language. Like I love entomology of words. I love talking about like looking up where words that we use come from and things like that. Him being a linguist, I thought was really cool. And then them showing the evolution of the language. I wish they would have done a little bit more nerdy stuff with it, like in this, other than just being like, oh, it's a different form of Egyptian. Like, but it's still cool.
You gotta learn how to pronounce the vowels.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as you figure out the vowels, everything else is easy.
Everything else makes sense.
Yeah, I want to talk to a real linguist and see if that is actually an accurate statement.
Eric Avari is another one that shows up in the show, playing the same character.
Fucking love him.
Isn't he great?
Oh, he's so good.
Good in everything he does.
Yeah. You know what I really loved him in though? Oh shit. Not what's it called? That's Adam Sandler, stupid Adam Sandler movie.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
Yeah, which
the one where Mr. Deeds, the one where he inherits the company. He plays one of the board members.
Okay.
And he's really fucking funny. Because it's so different for him. Like Mr. Deeds just convinces Adam Sandler's character just convinces him to just like let his inner child out and be fun and like say what he thinks and stuff. And he does things that are like out of character for the dude in a business suit. And it's really funny, especially seeing it come from him. I wish I could that's something I miss is like DVD extras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Fifth Avenue bar? Like what the
Yeah, did they even still make those?
No. That was like someone, I don't think they made them in 1994. I think someone went to a bodega and like grabbed a candy bar that was at the back of the shelf.
Well, at least it wasn't a whatchamacallit.
Oh God, I miss those.
They were good.
You know what I really liked, which I'm just going to share right now, that makes me angry? Snickers did a very short run of a white chocolate version of Snickers. And it was fantastic, and I love it. And then they immediately discontinued it, and I'm mad.
Nope, I'm sorry. We can't be friends now.
But hey, listen, I don't like chocolate. You get all the chocolate. You can have more. Then that's more chocolate for you.
All right. You make a good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get one of those like little tins with all the chocolates in them. I eat all the white chocolate ones. You can eat all the other ones.
There you go. I'll take the dark chocolate. You take the white. Perfect.
Nice. Whatchamacallits are still around?
They still make them?
I didn't know that. I haven't seen one in years.
Where do you shop that you can find them?
I know. I haven't seen one of those in a very long time. Leave it to the military to set up one of their like to be able to set up like a mobile fucking base in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's about the most lines French Stewart has in this movie.
Pretty much. Yeah. He's trying to butch up so hard too. Like it's so obvious. Yeah.
He's still got the real scrawny arms though, so it didn't really work.
In the days before Weta, yes, these are all real people.
Yeah.
Okay, the stuff way back there is probably not, but
I did read that like
get some extras for this.
The scene where they were all bowing, they used a lot of mannequins that they just dressed in robes for the people in the background.
Well, it's better than the cardboard cutouts they used for the end of Star Wars.
Oh yeah. Or the Q-tips that they painted different colors for the stands in the pod racing scene.
Yes. Oh, okay.
CVS, okay.
Yes, okay. Oh, and Cracker Barrel, apparently. Okay.
That's
Crap
cool.
in a barrel. Got it.
I've never eaten at a Cracker Barrel before.
I have not either. As much as MST3K makes fun of it, I don't think I've ever been in one.
Didn't they try to bring back Mystery Science Theater recently?
They have done a few. So they had a couple of seasons that they kickstarted. So seasons 11 and 12 were on Netflix. They kickstarted their own season 13 that they ran through something called the Gizmoplex. And now Riff Tracks is getting ready to do 4 more episodes called Riff Tracks, the MST3K experiments.
That's cool.
And the first one of those will be out next month.
Okay.
So, yeah. We will keep the MST flame burning as long as we can.
Yay! The attention to detail on on a lot of the things here is also really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I love this market that they have here.
I also like that they didn't subtitle this. So the Egyptian that they were speaking.
Yeah.
The conceit is you can't understand them and you have to use body language in order to understand each other. I thought that was a great choice.
Yeah, like it's the audience
feel it more. You feel
exactly.
You're with them.
We get to experience what the characters are experiencing while they're experiencing it.
Exactly.
And then I noticed also, and we'll see if I'm remembering this correctly from earlier today. They do start to do this part. I know they start to do the subtitles for it when he starts to learn the language.
Well, they do it between members of the group. They don't do it between the group and O'Neill's group.
No.
But when Sharae is like talking to her brother, yes, there's subtitles there because you're not dealing with the people from Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think there's any subtitles between the Earth people and the group.
That's what I want to watch for. That's what I was gonna say. I want to watch for it to see if they do subtitles after he learns it when the movie is from his perspective. But then if it changes perspective, if they stop doing subtitles again.
Okay.
I'm curious to see when just to pay attention when they do it and when they don't do it, and if there's or maybe some rhyme or reason to it. Because I feel like that would be a cool thing to have done. Like if they only do the subtitles when we're seeing it from his perspective, because he learned the language. So like,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Apparently they had another note that I put in here was that they had to do a lot of repainting on this set, specifically this set, because they painted it all not under the lights of the studio. Ooh. And when they put it under the lights of the studio, everything looked like shit.
Oh God.
There were things that they had to paint flat black just so that they would be shadowed correctly for the lighting that they were doing.
You look at the colors that they did for like the black and white Doctor Who episodes. If you look like the Daleks that they use in Hartnell's show and the colors they are just so wacky because they have to be that contrast in order to show up in black and white film. Yeah,
that's the same thing with like just old TV shows in general. Like Dick Van Dyke, like often she would be wearing like bright green lipstick or dark green lipstick, and it would be very vibrantly green. But you know, on the black and white, it would come up as dark and would read as red in black and white. There's a lot of that. Like a lot of the costuming in those old black and white shows are them wearing wacky colors for the same exact reasons. I'd love to see like a fucking Dalek though with like it's basically like the inverted colors.
Yeah, the heart. I think it was Hartnell's Daleks. The baubles on the front are all blue.
And the monsters makeup too is very
silver gray.
Yeah.
The haboob.
Yeah, I haven't. Has anyone watched the new Dune? Is it out yet? I don't even know. Actually, is the third Dune? No, it's not out yet, right? No, it comes out the same week as Doomsday.
Yeah, it comes out here.
And I'll be honest, I haven't watched the second one yet.
I haven't either. Husband has. He says it's good.
Okay. I enjoyed the first one, but like I wasn't like, oh my god! Like again, we watched it, and at the end of it, I was like, cool.
Yeah, it's like okay, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Reverse
Yes.
too.
Doomsday. Good job. Proud of you guys.
We're gonna have the Barbie Oppenheimer mashups all over again.
Yeah. So we have issues on our own planet when we go to a different like general area eating local food and drinking water.
Yeah.
No one has diarrhea on this trip. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you know, dysentery isn't that photogenic.
Yeah, I guess. Also, that like another reason this is a 90s movie is that he smokes so much in this movie. And they make like a big deal out of the smoking too.
Yeah, but they also show the other side.
Yeah. He says, "Yeah, this is a stupid habit" at one point. But that doesn't matter.
When the kid gets into it, he's like, he just sits there and watches and waits for the reaction.
That's how you know we're in the Matrix. Everything tastes like chicken. They didn't know. They don't know what it tastes like, so they coat it like chicken. Oh, I forgot to turn the cat cam back on now that Leo's done bathing himself. So for our new friends that are here, and as soon as I turn it back on, he decides to get up.
You talked about him.
Are you leaving? Where are you going, buddy? This is our producer, Leo. And now you're showing them your butt again.
It doesn't. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Apparently he literally chose to fuck off when I turned the camera back on.
Yeah.
So.
No pictures. No pictures.
No pictures. Oh my God.
I'm always impressed by these flat top haircuts. It always makes me think of
Guile from Street Fighter. Sorry.
Oh no, Buzz from Home Alone.
Oh shit!
Haircut.
I forgot that he had that haircut.
Especially when it's kind of like reddish color. I just know how do they make it stand up like that?
Product.
Lots of product.
With the French, les compétences.
I always wonder if this frustration here is Daniel or if it's James Spader just saying, "I've had enough of this. Go away."
Probably a little bit of both.
Yep. You can stop. I don't care what the director said. You can stop. Go away.
Yeah, definitely. And especially because those look like all those old women. Like I doubt any of them were probably actors. Like you said, they were probably extras from wherever they were. Mexico or wherever they were filming.
It's Arizona, New Mexico. I just don't remember which one.
Oh, right. You said that before. This is also, I'm glad that he didn't end up having sex with her because that would have been like at this moment.
That reaction is just so, huh?
Yeah, and of course they play it into the fact that he's a nerd, like a little bit.
No, I just think he's an honorable guy.
Which I'm glad they did that. It's 1994. It could have went either way.
It could have.
So they filmed in Arizona and then a bunch of California.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's more. Arizona, Arizona and California.
Okay, yeah.
All over California, but a couple of times in Arizona.
Yeah, the big climax scene at the end, I'm sure, I'm pretty sure that was filmed in Arizona.
Oh my God, he's so young. He looks like a baby.
He looks like a baby.
He really does, comparatively to like his IMDb picture of now, especially. Like, hold on, I'll pull it up.
Also, when I was a teenager, this was the hair I wanted. It's what I tried to do with several perms, and it never worked out.
Oh God, perms.
Mm-hmm.
My dad had a perm.
Your dad had a perm?
He had like an afro.
I think I got my hair permed like 3 different times, and it's been, I don't know, 30 years. I can still smell it. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Same chin. He still got the exact, like,
definitely the same
chin.
chin.
Like that triangle, the nose, mouth, chin, like that triangle, still exactly the same.
Wow.
And he will be in the new Avengers movie.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. As Ultron.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
As
he
a
might.
voice or as a actual character?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He might be in there as a person, like as a physical person. My thought on that is he might be playing like Ultron's voice in Vision's head.
Okay.
Like that Vision's manifestation of him is James Spader.
Gotcha.
And he's also going to be in the Vision show that they're doing.
Are they doing that now? Because I keep hearing that they are, and then they aren't, and then they are, and then they aren't.
Yeah. No, it's like got a release date and everything. They I think they're done filming it now. That it's like editing and post production now.
Oh yeah. Coyote versus Acme is anything to go on. That's not necessarily a guarantee these days.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, James Spader is slotted to be in that. Season premiere Wednesday, October 14th, 2026.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's kind of like a gateway. So for oh yeah, I guess I can't believe I haven't even asked you yet. Have you ever read The Wheel of Time?
Sorry?
Have you ever read The Wheel of Time, the book?
I read the first two. I was at an age when I was really into anything that was sci-fi, fantasy, and long. And I was like, ooh, at this point, I think he'd written 6 of them. I was like, yes, nice, thick
Still
book.
early 90s, yeah.
Yeah, thick books, can't wait to get into it. And by the end of the second book, I think 3 days had gone by in the actual course of the story. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, the first book is over the course of like a couple of days, yeah. But I always tell people once you get to the end of the second book, if you don't like it then that's you might not like it then.
Yeah.
Because like once at the end of the second book, it not so much. I mean, like a little bit. The third book is where you get the full scope of everything. Like the scope is pretty narrow in the first 2 books because they have to build the story, but the scope opens after that. But if still, if you don't like it at all by the second book, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, no, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, it just didn't click.
If you ever want to give it a try again, the audiobooks are fantastic. And like I said, knowing that it's finished is usually, could be a driver. We always fully suggest it, but we accept people of all exposures to the Wheel of Time. What's up, Leah? That's our roof mistress from one of our favorite maidens from over at Malkier Talks as well. Threefold Talk. I really like the my favorite sci-fi like ships and like technology wise stuff is all from Stargate. I always love them. I had a Stargate, like one of the little skip fighters that they have that comes out that looks like I had one of those forever. It was always one of my favorite toys.
Yeah, the pyramid ships are really cool looking, especially when daytime comes around and you see what it does next. Our little homage to Alien here.
Oh, yeah, very with the corridors and stuff.
You're not actually seeing what's attacking you. Yeah.
Especially so someone gets dragged like off camera too, like they hit the ground and then get dragged off camera just like in Aliens.
See, those are the kind of movies I love. I hate when they overshow the villain, monster, alien, bad guy, whatever. I think I've talked about it before.
For that.
Mm-hmm.
The famous story with Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
and a large reason of that is actually not really due to his writing and due to the animatronic.
Yeah, the shark did
not working.
It was broken. Yeah. Whose name was Bruce, by the way.
Yes, which is why the shark in Finding Nemo is named Bruce.
Indeed, and why I have a little freshwater shark in my fish tank. His name is Bruce as well.
Fish are friends, not food.
Exactly. This was like I said, their stuff easily some of my favorite tech in science fiction at the time. And
Look right there.
does anyone? It might have been a little too for Shelley, like a little too young for for you. But one of my favorite cartoons around this time too was also. I want to see if anyone else remembers this show. The Mummies Alive. Does anyone remember that show? Oh my god,
No.
such a good show. I loved that show. It was like a daytime cartoon where a group of mummies protected a kid because he was the reincarnation of Ramses.
Oh wow.
What?
No.
Big memory of that.
It was basically like Ninja Turtles, but they were mummies. It was
Oh my
fantastic.
gosh. Wow.
Yeah. We are the mummies, defenders of the new Ramses.
More
We are the
Egypt,
mummies.
Egyptology. Everybody likes Egyptology.
Mhm.
Another little through line that you're going to get from the movie into the shows here.
Yeah. What does this remind me of? The kid imitating the guy. What does this
Yeah.
remind me of? There's a movie though that this is invoking
Just that look
something
on
in
his
me.
face of "Try it, kid."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he laughs at him. He's like, he knows what's gonna happen. See what I mean though? Like they romantic like that wouldn't be that wouldn't happen in a movie now. Like romanticizing the kid
No.
smoking a cigarette, like that would never.
Well, they might keep it just because he says the whole thing about smoking is dumb. But yeah.
Yeah. And he coughs like he didn't like, yeah. Oh God. That was the tagline of the show, yes. They're gonna shave the world the Egyptian way. Whatever that means. Like literally they built up that his kid killed himself thing for that scene. Just for that scene.
Well, and the whole reason why he's there at all.
Yeah, well. I mean, he's a military guy. He's the same reason everyone else is there. He got ordered to go. And of course, he's out there making trouble, like nerds are wont to do.
He's not making trouble. He's exploring.
Yeah.
With the pretty girl. The geek gets the girl in this one. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I didn't forget about doing our vote for the movie. I'm just getting the graphic ready so that we could vote on it. Though I do want one more movie. I need another movie. So someone in chat, I want just, I don't know. I have no criteria on this. Just start shouting movies out and I'm going to pick one. And you guys can shout movies out too if you want. I need one more movie to throw on our vote. I got 3 movies.
What have I been wanting to see?
You still got, what's up?
Silverado.
Silverado. Okay. I got that. Let's see what else we get so far.
One probably people have never heard of. It's a Western from, I want to say, late 80s, early 90s. Kevin Costner's got a bit of a role in it. I think Kurt Russell might be in it too.
85.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner is Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and
a
Kevin
movie I
Kline.
guarantee you most folks have probably not watched.
What do we have so far? Okay. Right now, because we talked about it before, anger management, Avatar: The Legend of Aang, and I was toying with putting Short Circuit back on there because Short Circuit was on next to Stargate, but it did get a lot of maybe. All right, we'll do 2 movies because Short Circuit only got like 10% of the votes when it was against Stargate.
Okay.
So The Heathers is a good one. I haven't seen that in a while.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh my gosh.
So we got the Heathers, Silverado,
I was gonna say The Fifth Element.
Winchester.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Fifth Element. I love Fifth Element. Johnny Five Alive. Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face.
Oh, yeah.
Los Locos kick your... And then they see the saluting and stuff like that. I like that they throw that in, especially at the end. That was fun. That was a fun scene at the end.
As a military brat, one thing I wish they would do with actors is sit them down for 5 minutes and teach them how to salute correctly.
Yeah. And when?
This is not how you salute. Fingers are not curled.
Never. Oh, and now there's
Have we watched Death Becomes Her? That should be on our list. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh, we haven't watched it, but that is on the list because I love that fucking movie.
Also, I will watch anything early Tom Hanks. I know we watch The Burbs, but Joe versus the Volcano is always good too.
Oh, Joe versus the Volcano! Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that on the here. Let's check our movie list. See what's on there.
The Tom Hanks movie. No one understands Tom Hanks was in.
It's called? It's not Dungeons and Dragons.
That was also a good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. No, there's a movie that he was in. It's the first movie he was in. It was like an after school type movie, and it's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's something else. It's an anti Dungeons and Dragons movie about if you play Dungeons and Dragons, your kids are going to turn into Satan worshipers and kill themselves. I forgot what it was called though. It's
Reverse. You need to watch the movie again. You cannot hate Joe versus the Volcano.
Mazes and Monsters. That's what it was called.
Okay.
It came out in 1982. He was like 17 or 18 or something like that. Or maybe in his early 20s. All right, so we got a lot of, there's a lot of movies on here. Fifth Element, Adjustment Bureau, Adventures of Baron Munchausen, Army of Darkness, BB's Kids. This is my favorite.
Also, we don't have to do it on the stream. We could do it in Discord, but I would love to watch some old black and white movies.
Yeah,
like Arsenic and Old Lace, or
go watch like the classics and stuff.
Uh-huh. Have you ever seen that one? It's Cary Grant, Arsenic and Old Lace. I love that movie.
I've seen it like a long time ago.
Or like the Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. Those are fun.
I've seen I love Abbott and Costello. I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house, and my grandparents, like my grandfather loved movies. My grandmother loved baseball. So I know the 90s Yankees really well, and Abbott and Costello and like Casablanca.
Oh, yeah, I grew up with my grandparents, so all of that old. I was a Nick at Night kid, as we've discussed.
Yes.
Shelley, you've never heard the story, but I had my world shattered around age 11 or 12 when I realized that Davy Jones was actually like old enough to be my grandpa, because I had the biggest crush on him from the Monkees and had
God, everybody had a crush on him from the Monkees,
right?
Hilarious.
Yeah, Mickey Dolenz is the only one left. Oh. That is so sad.
Well, yeah. I can't believe I don't have The Rocketeer on this list, but it's getting added to it right now. Yeah. Love that movie. But you know what is on this list? I know that's not. What's his name?
There's your explanation of where everybody came from.
Yeah, they took the workers, like the ones that we. Yeah. So that's what they meant by. They took people from Egypt. It was that they were taking them to an alien planet.
Where he's looking at the two that are mummified.
Yeah.
Those are the guards that they were pushing through. So this is that scene that's setting up where those bodies come from.
Why? Fuck. Billy Zane. I couldn't remember his name. I always think Billy Zane was in the Rocketeer, and I know that he isn't, but I always confuse the guy that was in the Rocketeer for Billy Zane. Which I did just now, because thinking about the Rocketeer, I thought about a Billy Zane movie that is on this list, but came out around the same time and equally as ridiculous, The Phantom.
I just have impressions of purple with that movie.
Yeah, he was wearing purple spandex for the entire movie.
Okay, that'd be one.
Flight of the Navigator is great. That's a great one. One of the ones the one that we confused with Flight of the Navigator a couple weeks ago, though, is called The Explorers. That's the one that I was talking about. The Explorers is basically the new Skeleton Crew show, the Star Wars show on Disney Plus that came out like last year. It's basically The Explorers. It was old. It was like a early 90s like kids go to space silly kind of action drama.
Oh,
It's like-
Space Camp.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, Time Bandits.
True Romance is on our list too, Tom. I love that one.
That is on the list.
Need to up our
Batteries
movie
not
game.
included. Oh my
A lot of
god.
movies on here.
I love Batteries Not Included. That's on there. Batteries Not Included is one of my favorite movies also. I used to watch that every time it came on TV when I was a kid. What was Meatballs? Yeah, right? That wasn't that the movie about the kids at summer camp? Meatballs?
No, Meatballs was not Kids at Summer Camp.
No, what was that? No,
Meatballs
I'm
was a
confusing that.
Revolution movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking about something else. What's the one with the kids at summer camp and there's an alien there for some inexplicable reason? Came out in the 90s or the 80s.
I got nothing.
I don't remember. There's a bunch of famous people in it too. And then for whatever reason, there's an alien there. And I don't remember why.
Real Genius, also good.
Oh, Real Genius. Yes. Such a good
Val
movie.
Kilmer being completely Val Kilmer.
Yep.
And you get to get munchies for popcorn at the end. So.
And what's his face is always a douchebag. The guy that's the teacher that's in that movie. But another person in that movie, I forgot when we talked about this, but what's his name? The guy that's in the basement in the movie, the guy that lives in the basement in Real Geniuses.
Oh.
The super smart guy that's entering in all the contests. He has like the auto writer.
Yeah.
He played the wolf.
Is the IT crowd, so that's not.
Yeah.
Helpful.
He played the Wolfman in Monster Squad. The movie Wolfman ain't got nards. Kick Wolfman in the nards.
No, if I'm watching Mac and Me, it's gonna be Misted. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair. We've had some good shout outs. I think I'm gonna put Real Geniuses on there. I like Real Geniuses. We haven't watched that in a while. So let's see what we have. So we have Real Geniuses. Yeah, where are we? We'll see if we could fit a different niche. All right, so we have Aang. So that's like animated, fun, fantasy-y. Anger Management. That's a comedy, realistic, like it's a comedy. And then, what did I just say? Real Genius. All right, so we need something that's science fiction on the list. We don't have a science fiction. We need a science fiction. You said Fifth Element. That's a good one.
Fifth Element.
Shelley, what about you? What do you think? Science fiction.
Let me think. You didn't like Buckaroo Banzai or?
I don't like Westerns. The only Western that comes to mind that I like, and I don't think anyone would probably consider them Westerns, is, well, maybe The Quick and the Dead. The Quick and the Dead is still a Western. But Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights. Shanghai Noon. That's like that's up there on my favorite Westerns because I don't like Westerns. But we need a sci-fi movie to throw on the list for everybody. Wow, I don't think I ever saw the DVD.
A complete blank on sci-fi movies at the moment.
You're good. We'll see what chat thinks too. And we got one option, possibly Fifth Element. So we'll see what chat comes up with. What Crystal gave us Fifth Element, so I'll leave her with that. Annihilation. Oh, I remember that. Is that the one with Keira Knightley? I think that's the one with Keira Knightley.
You could do the Birdcage. Not a sci-fi movie though.
Love Birdcage.
Hilarious movie though.
Oh God. And the
Did we
like
watch Fifth Element? Did I miss it?
No, we didn't watch Fifth Element.
I don't know. Did we watch it on Discord? Maybe?
Natalie Portman. Same difference. Keira Knightley, Natalie Portman. They're the same person. It is the movie I was thinking about. There's like a weird thing that happens and like an alien world starts to like infect Earth or something. That was an interesting movie. I like that. That's a good one. Cocoon. Oh my God. That's a fucking throwback. Was Wilford Brimley in that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think Wilford Brimley was in that. I was scared of that movie when I was a kid. When I was a little kid.
And rightly so.
That's fair. I was scared of that movie and Harry and the Hendersons, but I watched.
Harry and yeah.
I watched Harry though, like, and I watched fucking The Shining, but I was scared of Harry and the Hendersons.
Enemy Mine. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm on 3 different screens here, so.
No, you're good. You're good. If you click,
I was really impressed with him being able to walk down steps wearing that
gigantic headpiece. Yeah,
that headpiece.
Could do like Predator.
Enemy Mine is such a. I forgot which movie this was. This was such a good movie. Dennis Quaid.
Lou Gossett Jr. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is going on the list. All right, who said Enemy Mine? That's a good. That was a good pull.
Reverse.
I'm proud of you, buddy. That's a good one. I haven't seen this in a long time. And then this movie, for whatever reason, makes me think of The Last Starfighter. Also, I don't know why. Probably because they came out around the same time. And that's supposed to be like Ramses, right?
That's Raw.
But I mean, like the person that he copied from ancient Egypt
Was Raw. He copied being a god.
So the god was real prior to them copying it?
So, well, that's where the timeline gets a little wacky. It's a question of, did Ra exist before or did Ra exist after in their mythology?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
In the terms of the movie, I think they explain it that they didn't have necessarily the culture that we think about as Egyptology until Ra invades, and then Ra takes on this personality of being a god that they then name Ra. It's very recursive.
Yeah, sounds a little. All right. Oh, man. I'm holding my head up too much.
I think they did too. That's why I said the timeline gets a little weird trying to figure out where this is supposed to take place. The beginning, it says 8,000 BC. So yeah, that'd probably be before First Kingdom.
That is some primo finger jewelry, by the way. I love the finger jewelry. That's like, it makes me think of the ear jewelry from all of the Wheel of Time episodes.
Mm-hmm.
In the Wheel of Time TV show, everyone has really cool ear like
ear cuffs and all of this really large ear jewelry.
Yeah.
Is that before or after Beta Z or the Deep Space Nine?
Oh, way after.
Okay. Not Beta Z, it's the other one.
Yeah, yeah. I love those ships. Those ships are my favorite.
Yeah.
For like small fighters, they're my favorite design.
And the obligatory child that needs to be rescued.
Of course.
Always.
That's a trope. Kids and dogs. You never kill
Always.
dogs in movies.
Oh, absolutely. Or else you end up with John Wick.
Uh-huh.
Or in the case of we watched Solo for our Patreons, we do movie nights like this, but just on the Discord, and we watched Solo, the Star Wars movie, and that I'm fully of the opinion that Han Solo and Chewbacca are just a story about a boy and his dog, but Han is the dog.
Yeah.
That really is a good movie.
It is.
I
love that movie.
People just dissed on that movie because they were having such a problem with the regular Star Wars movies that were happening at the time.
Oh yeah.
Solo is really a good movie.
It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Easily one of my favorite Star Wars movies. And which is one of our we had a couple of guests on a few weeks ago and they had never seen it. Actually, they stopped watching it when Han received his last name from the Empire guy. They were like, never mind. And I was like, I don't blame you, because if the movie continued with that type of, I would have been like, forget it. But it's actually a decent movie. And we watched it and they were like, they thanked me for telling them to watch it, and they enjoyed watching it when we were done. So that made me happy. All right.
So yeah, they're talking amongst themselves, so you get subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to be putting the live vote up in a second for what should we watch next. I just wanted to get so that we can all feel old, the year for all of them.
Oh God. Do you have to?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm older than both of you, so.
Tom's the baby here.
I am the baby. I'm only 40. I'm always the baby. That's actually my family, like still to this day, my father's side of the family refer to me as the baby. That's what my grandmother called me until she passed away. I'm the youngest out of like the older children's, like the patriarchs of the family's kids. I'm the youngest, so still the baby. They call me the baby. My aunt, the baby, to everybody, even to my cousins who are 30 years younger than me. I'm the baby.
Kitty.
I love that they still had cats in this.
Yes.
I obviously am slightly partial.
I also love that they actually got the cat to act. So.
Oh yeah.
What was on his fingers that he managed to get the cat to come to him?
Probably a little tuna.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just stick it like I'm supposed to.
Look, and he's even got toe fucking jewelry. What?
Once again, he's able to get out of something and climb down steps with that stuff on his feet.
Yeah. We fully respect the suit actors and monster actors and creature actors and like
so much so.
And then like, you know, actors that have to wear weird things like this and still act and walk and move and talk and all the things that they do. It's a lot.
I trip over nothing in regular shoes.
Yeah.
True story.
That was a fun problem they had with Atlantis with the Wraith, because they had mouth prosthetics. So having to design a prosthetic that they could look like Wraith but still not lisp and be understood took a few episodes to figure that one out.
When you said the Wraith, all I could think about was the Wraith, the fucking 1990 Charlie Sheen fucking racing ghost movie.
Oh God.
Anyone have you guys seen that? Anyone seen that? Just me? That was another weird fucking movie. Would you like to know when Anger Management came out?
No, I wouldn't.
That's right. You'll see it in a second. It was definitely older than I thought it was. All right, the poll is live. So if you would like to vote on what show we're going to watch next, the poll should be popping up on your screens any second.
Highlander, ooh, another movie that spawned a great television show.
Oh God, I loved that show. That was easily one of my favorite shows. Like, and really the only thing that I really loved about that show was when they would do the flashbacks.
And that was at that time, Highlander, Stargate, The Sentinel, X-Files. You had great fan communities. You had great fan fiction written for all of those shows.
They made a lot of interesting choices with some of the stuff here. Like I couldn't find anything on like hairstyles of ancient Egypt, but the side pony was interesting. It was an interesting choice.
Okay, Rapunzel. Number 1 is Real Genius, which was 1985. Number 2 is Enemy Mine, which was also 1985. 3 is The Legend of Aang, which was in 2026, and 4 was Anger Management, which is 2003.
I loved Anger Management. I know that movie by heart. Luis Guzman is also, I love everything that he's in. But that character that he plays in this movie is freaking top tier crazy.
All right. That's tough choices, but
did they just do gibberish for the Egyptian? I couldn't find that either. I was looking.
Sure. It could be a form of Arabic they just used. I mean, as they say in the movie, Egyptian is like Latin. It's not a language that's spoken anymore.
Yeah. It's a dead language. Okay, so they actually spent a lot of time and money making an entire language. So the language that they're speaking here is a made up it's a made up language based on Egyptian.
Okay.
well, that's cool.
When I looked earlier, I couldn't find it. So it is technically, I guess, gibberish, but it's you know, it is a cohesive language that they made up for this.
It's a Tolkien-esque language. It's
yeah.
Grammar
and it has rules and stuff, and they made it up. In fact, one of the producers and it says here Devlin got into a screaming match about it, about wasting money making up a language that no one on earth would know is a language or not. But he was thinking for future stuff. He was thinking for the fans. I think, at least. I forgot that so like when I first watched this today, I had forgot that Teal'c wasn't in this.
Nope.
I was getting excited because it was like I was going to see him, and I haven't seen him like in anything, you know, other than doing the voice of Kratos.
Do we have SG1 on our rewatch list? We should put it on there.
I think it is. I have the rewatch list open right here. I can go.
They have to do a little retconning to explain the Jaffa in the series and how these guys are not Jaffa.
Okay. And what's like, why not?
One of the Stargate folks in the chat will have to double check me, but I want to say it's something like Ra was already outcast and didn't have access to Jaffa, but I'm entirely possibly wrong about that.
Okay. I wonder if I can. I don't think I am. No, I don't have the ability to vote. I was going to say, do I have the ability to vote?
You have to go to the YouTube.
Right, I won't vote. I won't put my finger on the scale. I'll let the vote land where it lands.
I am 100% not against swaying the vote. I'm going to start texting people.
This was also a scene that wasn't in the theatrical version. This is only in the extended version.
Okay. Does it add anything to the...
It might set up a little bit of the friendship that's building between these two characters.
Yeah, like he actually cared enough to turn around and pick him up.
Yeah. We're going to pretend that wasn't thunder.
Gosh, yeah, it was so hot and dry when we were in Estes, and then right after we left, all the rain started, and I heard there was like a rock slide and all kinds of stuff going
Yeah,
on.
we have been very hot and very dry. It hit 102 today.
Oh,
It was 104 yesterday, and we have
No,
10%
thank you.
humidity. So this is
that
what
is
I enjoy
insane
coming-
at elevation.
When we go to Florida, I just soak up your humidity for a couple of weeks before I come back to 10% humidity.
I will say that was the biggest change. Like, I think the day we got there, it was like 87 in Estes and so dry, so
Mhm.
very dry.
Now you know why we are so afraid of a spark.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Like, none of the place where we stayed didn't have air conditioning because it didn't used to be needed.
No.
And this is why we love Rapunzel. One of the reasons. One of the many. If your show isn't winning or movie isn't winning, go and tell somebody to come and jump in the stream for a second. Vote.
Go find the fans. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Only hit 107. Hey, I lived in Texas too. I know that. 110 and 80% humidity. Fun times.
I'm in Tampa right now. Currently living in Tampa. I'm from New York. But we've only been here for like 9 years, so 10 years.
Oh, you got there just in time for the hurricane that never hits Tampa to hit Tampa.
Yep. But I actually moved to Florida to get away from hurricanes. Because
How's that good for you?
yeah, pretty good actually. Because I lived in Long Beach in New York, which is quite literally it's on the Atlantic Ocean, like
Yeah.
below sea level. And we were there for Hurricane Sandy. So I was like, I never want to do this again. So we moved inland. I live at the highest point you can live in, 220 feet above sea level.
That's so cute.
Hey, it's one of the highest points you can live in Florida. So I'm happy.
Well, you know that the French Quarter in New Orleans is the highest point in the city because the French were the only ones smart enough not to build below sea level.
Yeah, and they had 1 inch of water.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I went to New Orleans like 6 months after Katrina because I stayed in a 5-star hotel for like $15 a night. And the flights were like $80. And Bourbon Street was open. So
Oh yeah, Bourbon Street ain't gonna close.
no, they need the money to rebuild everything. Oh yay, another Aussie. We have so many Aussies in the Wheel of Time community too. Another new name though. Hello. That sucks.
Janine, I've got friends that live in Adelaide. I know so much about the fires you're having down there in the summer. Ouch.
Yeah, that stinks. I hope everyone is safe though. There's Jaimin. I love Jaimin.
And you don't notice it, but they've been telegraphing all through the movie what the symbol is that they need.
Yeah. It's
Anytime
been on.
you look at a sky shot, you're seeing 3 moons.
You need the place where you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the place that they need the thing that is where they are.
They need their 7th symbol.
Yeah. Which is their current location.
Mm.
Check off some moons, yeah.
And
It does work.
guys are a mess.
I like how to make all of their hair look cohesive, they just give everyone dreadlock extensions with the same wrap on them. That is it.
Legend of Aang is making a stunning comeback.
Mhm.
Hey, all you Enemy Mine people need to be voting more. Vote more, vote often.
I do like that movie a lot. I haven't seen that in a long time. That is a pretty cool gauntlet. You know what that reminds me of too? One of the Brandon Sanderson thing from Stormlight Archive. The thing that Yasna wears in her hand. It reminds me of that. So obviously he's an alien, like, and he has alien physiology, but it looks like his inside it.
Yeah.
But it seems like all of the things that are like powers are actually technology, probably like pieces of their technology.
Mm-hmm. They explain it in the TV show that it's coded to DNA.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I just like seeing, like it's pieces of technology that, because the people are kept primitive in their education, they assume that it's magical powers. They just need somebody to be like, nah, that's actually technology. We can interrupt that. See, look, if you look at everyone's hair, everyone has just like a random like dreadlock extension with that white wrap in it. See, he's got them too.
So you get subtitles because they're both speaking the foreign language.
Yeah. So far, every time we've gotten subtitles, he's been on screen. I don't know if they don't really do a perspective per se, but he's been there. Since he's learned it, we've got them, obviously. Before he learned it, we didn't have them. They're married now.
Well, they were married before.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of Cold Rock's Hold too.
Yeah.
So there's a group of people that you didn't get to in the Wheel of Time. You might have seen a couple of them, but they don't delve too far into them in the first two books. They're called the Aiel, and they are basically Native American ninjas that live in the desert, but they all look like super tanned Irish people.
Yep.
That's an interesting combination.
Uh-huh.
They're a little bit more than that. Their story arc is also based on the 13 tribes of Israel and like the coming out of the desert and stuff like that. But there's also some, other desert culture through lines in them too.
Mm-hmm.
And the set for one of the places that they go to looks a lot like this.
Okay. And the light finally dawns.
He's got it. Eureka! That's his Eureka moment.
We're going home.
Native American ninja gingers.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much.
Oh, teenage Native American ninja gingers.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a couple other people in the cast that are fully fluent in Egyptian, and they used to just speak to each other in Egyptian on the set. And that was another thing that producer that got mad that they made up a language for this movie and had to pay for it, got mad at. Just let him speak Egyptian. And that was in the article that I read or whatever. Past Tom. When I go look at my notes, I'm like, oh, like I'm like learning it again. Because I don't remember writing that stuff earlier today. It wasn't from a movie that I saw 30 years ago, so it's not like I'm going to remember it. Man, he was old in this movie. How old is he?
He's like James Hong. He was born old.
That is a good example. Okay. I can't complain about that.
Actually, I think Eric Avari was in his 40s when this was made.
I'm looking to see. Wow. His IMDb, born April 13th.
No
That's
year.
it.
No year.
That's it.
Okay.
I got to do extra Googling for you, Eric Avari. He's currently 74. So he's not that old. I mean, he's old, but he's not that old. Come on, let's get some more Aang people in here. Come on.
I know.
Though I haven't seen Enemy Mine in a very long time. I like that they made it that you could hear like the servos moving inside of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they did that because they were like, oh, this will be a good thing to put in, or we can't edit this out, so we'll just leave it in.
Well, I think they also do it at this point because they know what's under the mask.
Oh, yeah, right. That's fair. We got an eagle.
Hawk.
Are they all eagles or hawks? Or
So forest guards are hawks.
okay, they have them separated by the gods. I wasn't sure if they were all like they had like sects of them, or if it was just like they all had their own god head.
One Anubis guard that was kind of a blink and you miss it.
I've always been fond of the Anubis mythology of like they weigh your soul.
That's Ma'at.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'at is the one who weighs the soul.
Oh, Wa'at does the one that's weighing. He does the ruling, right? Is that it?
So Anubis, Ma'at weighs the heart and judges. And Anubis
Guides? Is he the guide?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I took my Egyptology classes.
The god of funerary rites and the protector of graves and the guide to the underworld. Aha!
Guide, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was the guide. But yeah, I've always liked the mythology of weighing the heart or soul, you know, the deeds of their life versus, I've always liked that idea. That was another sticking point that I raised with the nuns when I was in Catholic school, when I started reading about other religions that were older than the one that they were teaching me. They didn't like when I pointed that out.
The feather, right. Heart had to be lighter than a feather.
Yep. Yeah, make sure to push over that wooden cart built out of sticks with bags of weed in it or whatever. That'll stop the giant ships shooting at you.
That's the explosive element that you're digging up and you're going to use for cover.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's the thing that makes the nuke 1,000 times more stronger than if it wasn't there. Yeah. Let's hide behind that stuff.
What could go wrong?
Oh yeah, Moon Knight. I loved Moon Knight.
Naquadah, yes. Although, do they call it? I don't know that they actually call it Naquadah in the movie. I think Naquadah later in the show.
He called.
They just call it the mineral.
Yeah, but I don't remember. It's been too long. Maybe hey, Stargate needs to. We'll go. Stargate SG-1 will probably be on the list of shows to rewatch when we start our new rewatch too. So for our Save Stargate fans that are in the audience, if you go to the Dragonmount Patreon, you can follow for free. You don't have to pay. There's lots of stuff that you get for free, including voting on what we're going to watch next. So if you want to influence the vote and maybe watch Stargate SG-1 with us, go ahead and sign up for the Dragonmount Patreon and join for free. No love for Real Geniuses. I love that movie. I love all these movies. I'm fine with whatever we watch.
I think Real Genius is a product of its time. I that was a great movie in the 80s. It's a wonderful 80s movie.
Yeah.
But if you're not into 80s movies,
That's fair. It's also, there's a 16-year-old in college, and then he has a relationship with like a 25-year-old. It's a little creepy there.
Well, that Atlantis and Universe, you're setting yourself up for 354 episodes. If you want to watch all of it.
Yeah. Well, so what we usually end up doing is we end up watching a season or two of a show, and then sometimes, like the other time that we watched only 2 seasons, we kind of did a recap for the first season. But we tend to try to shy away from super duper long shows for that reason. But
you don't want 16 seasons of Supernatural or whatever it was?
Oh God, I love that show. But yeah, maybe the first 3, maybe pick an arc.
You know, in my latest rewatch of that, I think I managed to get all the way to season 10 before I slowed down.
I get stuck before I get to 10. I get stuck in like 6, 7.
I usually get stuck in 6, 7 and push through this time.
Stop it. I will. Right in the head.
Yeah, once you get past the season with the one with Castiel going dark side. Once you get past that season, it hits a second wind and goes great again. But you got to get past that season first.
I'm quitting my job. This is what we're gonna do now.
We're just gonna stream Stargate. That's it. And then Supernatural.
And then I was gonna say, then we move into Supernatural. We're golden.
We'll keep you guys busy for years.
Talk about trauma.
I've never seen Universe. I want to see it.
Universe is a bit of a Marmite series. You either love it or hate it.
Okay.
Universe was a very different tone from SG wanted Atlantis. They wanted something more in line with the rebooted Battlestar Galactica because that was hugely popular at the time.
Yeah.
And so Universe is very different in tone from SG wanted Atlantis. And there are a lot of people that love it, and there are a lot of people that hate it. There's not really much of an it's okay kind of thing. It's one or the other.
That's fair. He's got jewelry with combat action.
the flapping around, it's distracting.
They kind of look like the Klingon birds of prey a little bit too. The ships. Do they have a name? I forgot.
They do. They don't get a name in the movie. I think they get a movie name in the shows.
Okay.
I think they're Hataks.
Okay. The sarcophagus is fucking awesome looking too.
That's a great prop.
Yeah. I wonder where that ended up. Like, whose house is that in?
I do know that some of the glyphs from the gate, Dean Devlin held on to.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you watch Leverage, those glyphs show up in one of those episodes. Yeah.
That's funny. I love when they do that. Spader sleeps in it every night. It's James Spader's bed is the sarcophagus. Yeah. I could say, you know what? If someone told me that and it ended up being true, I'd be like, yeah, seems legit. How far is this from when he did Big Trouble? Big Trouble wasn't that much earlier than this, was it?
Big Trouble. Let's see. I've got that on my Plex. What is that one? Big Trouble was 86.
86. Okay.
So that's about 8 years later.
Yeah, so it's a little while later. I loved that. Was another great movie. One of the largest influences on the Mortal Kombat game, Big Trouble in Little China. Also, like, one of the things I loved about that movie is specifically when Kurt Russell as when he gets the lipstick on his face and doesn't wipe it off for like the rest of the movie. And it's like, you know, he's doing all the crazy action scenes, the big guy, you know, manly action scene with lipstick on his face. And it's just, I just liked it a lot. Like I liked that they did that.
Give me back my necklace. Yep. That considering 1994, that was a pretty gruesome death.
Oh yeah, and they show the head too.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting them to show the head with the whole anatomy in the throat there too. Like I was not expecting that. All right, we're gonna end the poll once the movie's over. So if anyone wants to get some more votes in, call some people up, get them to come vote. Just in case anyone wants to watch Avatar. 1 minute and 4. I don't remember. Do they do the obligatory? Do they do the obligatory? It gets down to 1 second. I don't remember.
No.
And I just watched it again. Like, I think like an hour before we started, I had watched it again. I really do like. I definitely had one of these toys too.
This scene, apparently all the extras are real people, and they had just a grand time doing this.
I'm sure.
This running down the slope, I guess, was their favorite thing of the whole movie, was being able to do this scene.
Past Tom did write down a note. There were 1,200 extras for this scene.
Wow.
Yeah, this was before Weta.
Yep. And during the day when they were filming this scene, it got up to 126 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Holy.
Yeah. And I think they had to do it twice. So imagine being the crew that had to go in and basically rake that sand dune to get all the footprints out of it.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That would be miserable.
Also, I would 100% be the person rolling down the hill.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would have did it on purpose.
Just
jump down the hill
for funsies.
Yeah. They do. Don't they do that in like England somewhere?
Oh yeah.
They throw themselves down a hill for some stupid reason.
I thought it was cheese. Didn't we learn about that in Gilmore Girls? Wasn't there cheese rolling?
Yeah.
And then you throw.
But then they throw themselves down the hill too. I thought. There's the great cheese roll, and they throw cheese wheels down. But that cheese is really expensive now. I don't see them doing that anymore.
Well, they didn't have to pay scale. They were extras.
Oh, yeah. No.
So extras get paid
next to nothing. They might have just given them like, oh, yeah, you could go to the commissary table. I didn't get paid. I'm in an episode of what's it called? That doctor show that takes place out in the Hamptons. I used to know the name of it. It's just in the background. Like I don't like do anything or anything. They were filming Royal Pains. They were filming where I was working in a marina, and we were in the background. And the only thing they gave us was you can eat at the commissary table if you. That was it. And they had a table that was like piled like maybe 100 hot dogs, all individually wrapped in tinfoil. And my brother-in-law ate about 40 of them and then vomited.
Holy shit.
So this is what happens to your bomb.
Oh, yeah. I just didn't remember. Oh, no, yeah, it doesn't stop. Obviously, he transports it up there. Stupid. I knew that.
This is another rather grotesque thing to show in a PG-13 movie. I think
that's fair.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. There was a lot of rough.
Ooh, yeah.
It does kind of look. It does kind of look Raiders of the Lost Ark, or even
it's Raiders right there. Yeah.
Yeah, even Last Crusade when dude chooses poorly and gets aged or whatever, looks similar to that. That's some crazy explosion, like in space for that. Oh, I guess the alien tech was blowing up too, so that would have added to the weirdness of the explosion. So now, do you think they worship him now as like a god when he stays?
No, I think they make a concerted effort not to do that anymore.
That's good. Oh man.
See, the kids I'll forgive. They're not military. But the
They
way
are now.
Salute, that's terrible.
Yeah, they would get in trouble if they were on.
And that's
Even him.
awful.
Yeah.
It's one of my movie pet peeves. Take 5 minutes and show actors how to salute properly if they're going to play
Fair
military.
enough. He looks so weird with that cut hair, like with his with that crop top or the flat
so
top hair like that. Especially, it's only mainly because I've been watching him in Monarch, and he looks so different in Monarch. Aw. It's like he got a second chance with his son.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he looks like in Monarch, though.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he's got a few more lines on his face, but he still fucking looks pretty good, man. And look at those eyes. Those
I know.
blue-
His blue eyes are fantastic.
insanity. Who has blue eyes like that? I keep slipping down in my chair because I can't hold myself up in my damn arm.
Poor Tom. Get you one of those little chin rests. You can just put your chin on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Overboard was easily one of my favorite shows as a kid. I mean, movies as a kid, too. I loved the scene where they plop her in the barrel. It's like fucking, ugh.
And you have a nice moment of respect.
Of course.
Well, he calls him by his title.
Yeah, instead of
The only time he calls him
Dweeb.
Dr. Jackson in the entire movie is right here.
ooh, a fish called Wanda. That's a good one, too. I'm adding that onto the list right now in reverse.
Ken wants to kill me. Fish called Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
Fish called Wanda. I can't type and talk at the same time. Sorry. What? I haven't seen a movie that's done that in a long time either. The end at the end of the movie. That was fun. I haven't watched this in so long. I'm so glad that we ended up watching this because it reminded me of how much I enjoyed this. I think I might just watch like Atlantis and SG-1 just for funsies.
I know. It made me want to watch SG-1.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
now you just got to go right into Children of the Gods, and there you go.
There we go. Okay. Okay. So all right. So as a Stargate super fan, and for those in the watch party, I will be ending the watch party now in the Discord. So thanks for hanging out with us in Discord. Be sure to check out the other rooms. We do a lot of fun stuff. And shutting off the Discord watch party now. But we're still here because we still have stuff to do.
Yes.
We have to figure out what movie we're watching next week. So I'll give everyone what time is it? It is 11:35 by my time. At 11:40, we'll shut the poll off. So we got 5 more minutes before I shut the poll off. So if anyone wants to try to get in some last minute votes, go and do that. All right. But as a Stargate super fan, what is your suggestion of view order for things?
View order is really simple until season 8.
Okay.
Season 8 is when Atlantis starts. And then you kind of have, it's kind of like Buffy and Angel, where you have to keep going back and forth
Yes.
which series.
That's cool though. I like that.
So yeah,
So we can, but if we wanted to follow that, like we did, like we just Google like, and we could find, I'm sure people have.
if you wanted to find a watch order that would tell you exactly which episode to watch when to
I do.
in a SG-1 Atlantis, go
Yes.
to Gate World.
Gate World. Okay.
They have lists of episode orders that you can watch all that in. And
Okay.
then Universe takes place after everything. So you're just having to mesh Atlantis for the last 2 seasons of SG-1.
Okay. I have
SG-1 finishes at season 10. Atlantis goes 3 through 5, and then Universe.
Okay. I have, I found on Gate World the optimized Stargate watch order. So it
Yep.
starts with the movie, and then it's Stargate SG-1 season 1, recommended, and then in between episode 22 and 20, in between before you start season 2, Children of the Gods and Final Cut.
So Children of the Gods Final Cut, when they made Stargate SG-1, it was on Showtime.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that Showtime wanted, because it was Showtime, is nudity. So there are a couple of scenes in Children of the Gods that have full frontal female nudity.
Okay. That's why
producers didn't want that. They didn't want to do it. They were forced into it by Showtime. So a few years after everything ended, so I want to say it was somewhere around 2013, 2015, somewhere in there, they made a final cut.
Okay.
That cut out all of the nudity, and they nibbled on a few other scenes from Children of the Gods to kind of make it more of what they wanted to do the first time. Okay.
And then after getting through season 7 of Stargate SG-1, you just watch it normally. It goes to basically you watch Stargate SG-1 season 8 episode 1 and 2, and then Atlantis episode 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
and then SG-1 episode 3, Atlantis episode 3. I like that. Like I
well, remember, because they were following back to back.
Yeah.
At this point, they're airing on Sci-Fi, so they're following each other on the same night, one after the other. So it made sense when it was airing at the time. Now trying to do
that's
it
great.
Gets a little tricky.
Yeah, trying to do it with DVDs, I can imagine.
It was the same thing with Buffy and Angel. They were running at the same time, back to back, so you just watch one and then the other, and it made perfect sense.
At least they aired them in order. Like for instance, if you ever want to go watch like the Star Wars animated stuff,
just all of Star Wars in chronological order.
It's true. If you want to, Crystal just did that. You want to tell her just about how season 1 and 2 are in Clone Wars, or just
Oh yeah, no, it starts with Clone Wars, and you have to watch like season 3, episode 1, season 2, episode 2, back to season 1, episode 7, until you get to season 5. There's not really a good autoplay button. You are going from place to place because they didn't release it in an order that made sense. And I had said to Tom, and I always found Star Wars so inaccessible. If I had just watched Clone Wars in the order they released it, I probably would not have liked it as much as I did. There's no way, because it would have confused the hell out of me.
And she just did that too, where she went back and forth and watched it in chronological order. And when we were watching season 2 and 3, at the beginning of every episode, I would see where it landed in the timeline. I'd be like, actually, this episode takes place before the entire series. Yeah. It takes place before episode 2, before episode 1 of season 1. There was a few like that, which was, and they don't tell you that they're jumping out of. They're usually quote unquote, the filler episodes, the episodes that don't really matter. They'll do a side story.
Flashbacks, or do they have any kind of canon reason for they just didn't do it. Okay.
Yep. It's just, it's literally Amidala, doing something with the Senate. But there are little context clues that tell you that this is when this is happening, and it's taking place literally before any of the events of the whole show.
Yeah.
To be fair, I had a lot of that same problem with Andor, trying to keep track of where Andor is taking place in the canon timeline, because so this is before Star Wars. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. There's a lot of flashbacks in Andor, and especially if you're not super strong on the Star Wars lore and continuity and stuff like that, any kind of flashbacks or jumping around of time I feel like is dangerous to do for the audience. It could easily get the audience lost. Where is the link for the save Stargate thing? I had it just sitting in front of me. I want to reshare just to remind everybody why we're here, and it's to try to save Stargate. So if you haven't already signed the petition, go and sign the petition.
I did it earlier tonight.
Yay! It takes 2 seconds,
guys.
Yeah, just like when we were doing the save Watt stuff, and please just share it with 1 or 2 people. Let's see if we could bump those numbers up by the end of the weekend. It's currently at 118 or 1,000 or something like that. Let's see if we can get that. Let's double that.
Ooh, our numbers are almost a palindrome. We're at 117,170.
All right.
So let's see if we can get that closer to 200,000 by the end of the week. Let's see if we can tap into the Wheel of Time fandom and all the adjacent people and get that going.
We think
I'll
if
make
we
sure
get up around somewhere around 125,000 signatures, Amazon will have to start paying more attention. We know we're annoying them because they're starting to hide our posts on X.
I like that. That's fun.
And we've heard from some folks that Amazon execs are very much aware that we're out here and making noise.
Good.
Now we just have to get a little louder.
Yeah, well,
and maybe we can start making some sci-fi that everybody will like again.
And like that has a pretty good message in it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The whole stuff, the whole message within Stargate, especially in SG1, I think is something that we could use right now. But all right, so I'm going to end the poll. It looks like we're watching Enemy Mine. So we will be watching Enemy Mine next week. I'm excited. I love this movie too. I haven't seen it in such a long time. And like I said, for some reason, it makes me want to watch The Last Starfighter for whatever reason. But I might do that during the week randomly. So where's my picture of Enemy Mine? I had... We're back at 100 pictures on StreamYard again, so I have to delete pictures to be able to upload pictures. But we'll be watching Enemy Mine. Look at that fucking Dennis Quaid, man. So I forgot that this is definitely around Dragonheart time too, because he looks like the same age of from Dragonheart. So that's what we'll be watching next week. Who we're gonna have on? I don't know. I don't think anyone's. I don't think there's an Enemy Mine community. Maybe on Reddit there might be a subreddit for Enemy Mine. But we'll see who we can wrangle in for next week. Shelly, you're always welcome back for future endeavors. If you want to join in for any of our future rewatches, you're always welcome. And so to wrap up for our Stargate, Save Stargate people in chat who haven't seen our for who haven't seen our stream before, what we do at the end of the stream, what I like to do is to like throw the attention back at our guest, and the way we do that is with a questionnaire, I guess, the Dragonmount questionnaire, where it's if you've seen James Lipton Inside the Actor Studio, which I fucking have seen every episode of and I love. And I'll use this time again to just randomly remind everybody, if you find DVDs at like a thrift store of Inside the Actor Studio, message me because I want them and I will pay for them and pay to have you ship them to me. But I love that show. And at the end, he would always interview all the actors and he would always ask them a set of 10 questions. Now, the questions that he asked in that were good, but and we did steal a couple of them outright, but we reformatted them to be a
little bit nerdier.
Yeah, a little bit nerdier, more in line with our stuff. And what we do is at the end of every rewatch, we ask the questions. And since one of our official sponsors is Tor Books, we have access to their books and authors. We have a Tor book club that we do, and Dragonmount staff regularly will review Tor books, and I occasionally get to interview the authors. So I always try to sneak in the Inside the Dragonmount Studio interview into the interviews I do. So if you go and check out our YouTube page, there's a playlist of the ones I've clipped out so far of the episodes and ones we've done with authors and stuff like that. I've done them with a bunch of the actors from the Wheel of Time TV show. Those are up there because those are the special ones. There's a bug flying around. Sorry. All right. So with no more preamble, I will start. I made another super official looking cut intro for our thing. Welcome to the Dragonmount Studio, Shelly. We like to start. We like to jump right into it, and we start off with the hard-hitting questions first. So, Lady Shelly, what is your favorite dinosaur?
Edmontosaurus.
And now a dinosaur again. It got bumped back up to being a dinosaur again. For a little while, they made it not a dinosaur, but they brought it back.
Went the way of Pluto, and then they allowed it back.
Well, the guy that originally discovered the Brontosaurus didn't really.
Edmontosaurus.
Oh, I thought you said Brontosaurus. Edmontosaurus.
No, you're right. Brontosaurus. Yeah, Brontosaurus was two dinosaurs that they actually put together and didn't realize they had two different dinosaurs put together.
Yeah. And then they actually renamed another dinosaur that's kind of another long neck dinosaur, Brontosaurus, recently.
Yeah, so no, this is Edmontosaurus.
Edmontosaur. I never heard of that one. What's that one?
Edmontosaurus is a duck-billed dinosaur.
Ooh, I love the duck-billed ones. Is that the one? Is that what what's her name was in The Land Before Time?
In Ducky, yeah.
Yeah. Yay! Aww. Okay, I like that. That's a good one.
But I especially love our Edmontosaurus at our museum, because it proves nice and clearly that T-Rex was a hunter and not just an scavenger.
Okay.
A bite mark in its tail.
That's
wow.
freaking awesome.
It was made by a T-Rex.
That's freaking awesome. That's so cool. I love that. I love that. I love that about the fossils when they find little things like that, because it's, it's so, the odds of a body of like a dinosaur's body having been fossilized is so low, and then the odds of it, like a dinosaur living through an attack like that, are so low. Infection, all kinds of stuff, and then to have that be fossilized and be able to see that is so cool. It's awesome. I can only imagine the scientists' face when they were pulling that fossil out of the ground and they realized there was battle damage on it. That's so cool.
All right, what is your favorite word?
Ooh, coagulate.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just fun to say, coagulate.
Okay. What, and then in the same vein, what is your least favorite word?
I don't know that I have one. I know everybody hates the word moist, but I don't have a problem with moist.
What comes to mind when I ask the question? You don't have to pick any singular one.
Canceled.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair, especially now. Oh, it's not my turn.
Yeah, no. Do you have a favorite, or what is your favorite, like fantasy or sci-fi replacement curse word?
Frack.
That one's really, we get that one a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one. The my fucking sorry, the one of the things they have me taking for this pinched nerve is a anti-seizure medication. It's definitely wearing off right now, and my brain is not cooperating with me. Okay. If you who was your first, and do you have one now, fictional crush?
First fictional crush. Ooh. AJ Simon from an old show called Simon and Simon.
Okay, I don't know that one.
I actually went away to get an autograph of him.
I'll find a picture for oh wow, that's very.
It's very 80s. It's very
80s. It just looks like, I mean, like the first thing that pops to mind, he kind of looks like from Knight Rider. Wow, what's his name?
David Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff. My brain was like, nope. Like I just lost his name. It was gone.
I was like, Kit, the car? No,
the car. Yeah.
There he is.
Oh wow, look at that hair. Oh,
yeah, very 80s.
Oh yeah.
All right. So who from Stargate, and we will say from this movie, would make the best roommate and why?
Probably Daniel. He'd be easy to live with.
Yeah. He definitely seems like it would go either way. He would either be like super anal about being clean and like tidy and neat, or because he's like, he's a 90s geeky scientist character. He'd be super forgetful about everything and like, you know.
Well, geniuses don't really think about anything beyond their genius. So
that's why they're geniuses. But
they were PIs.
Yeah. And then who would make the worst roommate?
Oh God, O'Neill.
Oh yeah, there would definitely be a chore board with him for sure.
And so much so.
Oh God, he would definitely smoke in the house. Fucking gross.
So if you noticed in the movie, it's O'Neill with one L. In the show, it's O'Neill with two L's. And they actually make a line about that I'm O'Neill with two L's. There's another O'Neill that only has one L in his name, and he doesn't have a sense of humor.
That's
good.
Funny.
That's good.
All right, so go ahead, Tom.
I was gonna say I love when they do shit like that. Like I like when they do little tongue-in-cheek stuff. They make fun of themselves. Avatar does that very well too. There's a whole episode of Avatar where they just make fun of themselves, which is great. The writers making fun of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right, so if you were given the opportunity to assume a job or align yourself with like any group from any realm of fiction, like a Jedi or a woodland elf ranger, what would you?
Or a guard of Horus in Stargate.
I would want to live in the Pegasus Galaxy on Atlantis and go explore. I'd want to be on one of those exploration teams. Yep.
Okay, so all right, so would you rather be an explorer like in the Stargate Atlantis universe or like Star Trek Federation where Explorers universe if you could choose?
Don't make me pick one. Probably Atlantis because it's a little more hands-on.
Okay, that's fair. They don't have the prime directive like the Star Trek does.
No, they really don't. No,
yeah, that's fair.
They get themselves involved in things all the time.
Sounds about right. You up?
No, but here I'm going to do it so you can do the last question.
Okay.
What do you think is the very worst job or vocation in all of like sci-fi fantasy properties? The job you would not want to have.
Cleaning up all the bodies after everybody else is done shooting at things.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has to do it everywhere. No one ever talks about it. I couldn't imagine cleaning up like after you know what I watched this weekend again? I was thinking about this very thing. The Hobbit movies. After the Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, forget it.
Actually, the smell.
Oh my God. Especially all the orcs. Ugh. Okay. So this is the last question. It's the only deep question that we have. And I say deep. All right. So obviously, hopefully 100 years from now, you die and you see death, who is floating in front of you with a pair of overalls and a leather jacket. And he is allowing you to choose your fate, choose what your experience. And you're not stuck to just one thing. So you're not just picking one thing, because an eternity of anything is bad. Doesn't matter what it is. And I could say this to you because we had my cousin on a few weeks ago and I couldn't say this to him because he's too young. You remember like going into like the old music stores where they would have the posters in the back and you would flip through the posters. Like they had them like, okay, that's what you see. But on each thing is a depiction of the afterlife from movies and books and video games and TV shows that you've watched in your life. And you get to pick which ones that you go into. What are you seeing in front of you? Like, what are you thinking about? Which ones are you thinking about? And then, pick one. But again, you're not tied to it forever. Just curious to see what pops in your head, really.
I could go be on any sci-fi planet, from Trek or Wars or Gate or anything else. I could go live in Rivendell. Go live
That would be awesome.
for a while. It'd be nice and quiet. It was good for Bilbo. It works for me.
The food would be great.
The food would be very good. Yeah.
Yeah. And the scenery and the people that you get to look at would be pretty great too.
Mm-hmm.
There's no downside to that. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that. And then the company you'd get to keep with the people that you would see there would be pretty fantastic too. All right. Well, we're nearing like one of our longer episodes, and mainly because the show that we usually watch like we usually watch like a 40-minute TV show, not a 2.5-hour movie. But thank you everyone that stuck out in chat with us and hung out with us throughout the night. This was a ton of fun. All of the new people that came and hung out from Save Stargate. Feel free to come next week if you would like. We love having new people, and again, we watch different stuff all the time. And if you join the Patreon again for free, you can possibly influence the vote on our next TV show that we watch, where we watch and we might watch a Stargate show. I'll definitely include Stargate on the list of shows to vote for on the Patreon.
Yeah, we need to put SG1 like start at the beginning of the season.
One of the other things that we're going to be voting on the Patreon soon is what book to do in our next book club book. So Tor is one of our official sponsors, and they specifically sponsor this book club. So all of the books that we will be reading in the book club are Tor books. So we'll be posting a batch of books to vote on for our next book club book to do. And the thing that I like to make sure I tell everybody when I talk about the book club is it's a very low stakes book club. We're not crazy. We're not doing every day checking in on chapters. We take 3 months to read a book. We chat about it in Discord. We do a couple of events. And then at the end of the book, the fun thing that we get to do here is we get to interview the author. So imagine, you get to read a book, and then immediately after you're done reading the book, you can ask the author questions or, give them feedback on things that you thought of, while you were reading it. That's one of the things that we get to do here. We record the interview live with just our book club as the audience, and then we post it to YouTube afterwards. And yes, again, yay. And that's free. If you join for free, you can still participate in that. And then one of the other things that's available to even the free tier is like I said earlier, we host video game servers for tons, half a dozen different video games: Minecraft, Enshrouded, Pal World, all of the survival craft games that you can host servers for. And enough people on the Patreon want to play, we'll throw up a server for it. If it's one that we don't have already, and we can host it, we will. And then I'm going to share the link to the Save Stargate again, just to remind everybody, and make sure to go and, vote. Put your name on the petition. And if you can donate some money. But, we all understand it is very tight right now.
We would love donations, but we understand. We're also going to be at Dragon Con.
Yay. Okay.
So if anybody's at Dragon Con, come by, say hello.
Dragon Con is pretty big in the Wheel of Time community too, since we started as a track at Dragon Con, and then we kind of took when Robert Jordan died, the original owners of Dragon Con cut us out, and then they started their own convention, which was turned into Jordan Con, which is a lot of fun. So you're going to be at Dragon Con? Any other conventions coming up, or any other where can we send people to see you guys next? Like, are you going to do another show or a podcast? Dragon Con, where are we going to see you?
So we have watch parties every Monday and Tuesday night.
Okay.
So we had one on Monday night right before this one. Tomorrow night we're watching another episode of Stargate Atlantis.
Okay.
That is at, I want to say 8 o'clock Eastern, I think. I need to double check the time.
Yeah, you said it ended right when this one started.
It ended right before this one started, so it must start at 8 Eastern. I get stuck in time zones trying to figure out where everything is.
Time zones
Don't worry about it. Where can we find the information for that? On the Saves? Is it on the Save Stargate website?
On the Save Stargate website.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just shared that. We do have another kind of big event we're planning.
Ooh.
So we've kind of been building this campaign. We started small with a flyover in Culver City. Then we did some international stuff. Then we did a big thing at San Diego Comic-Con, and our next big thing is we're going to space.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
That's still in the planning stages. We're hoping to do that somewhere around the end of August. So that's
okay.
Dragon Con is coming back. Anybody in the UK, if you're going to Ascension Con, will be at that one as well.
Awesome. Okay. And make sure to keep us in the loop when you guys do your space exploration. Yeah. I want to make sure we keep the posting going for that.
Yes, I will. That will be posted on the website as well, but I'll let you guys know when that gets a date. But yes,
awesome.
we're going to space.
That's freaking awesome. That's so cool. This is why I love fandoms, man. You never know who's going to be in the fandom and what you can squeak out and do stuff for. So that's really cool. I can't wait to see what you guys do with that. Thank you for coming and hang out.
Thank you for asking. This is
Always. Absolutely. And thank you for answering our little questions and participating in our shenanigans.
Shenanigans are good.
Oh, yeah. And again, thank you for to chat, everyone that hung out with us for the 3 hours that our stream was.
It's a long one. We're not normally this. It's not normally this long.
No, it's usually we usually end around like at 11:30 the latest. But anyway, I had a ton of fun with you, Shelly, and chat was fantastic. I think that's all we got. So just say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.